Formation a wo pese wunya no. Kai say ubomoding those we feed to Sompa 106.5 FM a ebusua. Every information efa a helicopter crash ho no idea unsabeka nyina ewo dwumadi so nti bebia wo bia no bomoding na koso e da tie Sompa 106.5 FM Accra for God and country dwumadi e twa no ho ewo Tachiman Sompa 106.1 FM ewo Tachiman adehye watakwa so 8 yen ewo Sompa 101.1 FM na mesrese adofo a on tie yen no sa opesa oba dwumadi no so na o follow program ni here o call your Facebook page enkomo nyina no etwagu wo ho. And again it's also live ewo yen YouTube page and also mo use multi TV mo bomoding na mo call the radio session bomoding na hwehwe Sompa 106.5 FM Accra na osu dwumadi na wa follow yen na kai say ebreno so ne ye bie alliance na to mo 0260 1960 0260 196065 odike na pom to say
minu ame ho ye
bibi aboko de
adumara kwa
nyame gusu ehirehira nyame gusu ehwe yen so na asemu esi ewo man mu hai so what
minu abomi pusa na
asem na bo pusa
atọrẹnche mu edi Nyankopon no nokora nim ni ade ha adwene ye pa lumba die ba ye nya no pomasibre enne se yen kabi shemu a yen penimfo a omodeda various institutions no atọrẹnche mu atum
o de ke be stress anka obesum kakra ma me na etie nkomo yi
da Bafemi Anala flying officer Manin Chum Ampedu and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The president and government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen.
And that's the defense, not the defense minister, the chief of staff. Again, with details of the incident, the suspected dead, as we continue to follow through, knowing that there is some efforts on the ground as we speak, Alfred, by the military, seeking to, amongst many other things, see what can be salvaged if there really is something.
All right, so
Ibrahim mentions that he had seen
our presidency live, no. Now, the Abramo, but it looks as if say, okay, now let's see if we can. Okay, so that's what it is. And here for someone atu o mind Ghana no. And you know, minimum ka say Ghana ha ye asem kese e na atu. You know, orige na o ka asem bi.
Mate nti amenya no. Yura muntaka mo enka ho.
Dia wenya nti a wo wenya no.
Names no ebi Dr. Omani Boama.
Ebi Dr. Omani Boama.
Ebi so Dr. Sapon.
Dr. Sapon.
Ebi so Muntala Muhammad.
Muntala Muhammad. Is that no Muntaka?
There be Muntala.
Muntala Muhammad.
And I was Samuel Abwaje.
Samuel Abwaje. Now, odike ma memisa wo source na unya free here.
Remember. And the last one here, Dr. Muniru.
Dr. Muniru. Now, the source and free. How authentic is your information?
Authentic. Say, minimum America. Some ye helicopter and show one for you natural.
Yeah.
She in a natural.
But your Edino says he should be your mind because the I am
Dr. Omani Boama.
Dr. Omani Boama,
Defense Minister. Dr. Sapon, as former Ashanti Regional Minister. Muntala Muhammad. On the name no. Muntala
Muhammad.
Because I don't know. environment wants him. And you muntaka. Baby, mission on for environmental.
Okay.
And Samuel Abwaje.
SOMPA
FM.
And Dr. Muniru.
Dr. Muniru. Okay, so you best share a dinner wabobono. Production team best remo say momo ding na mun share a dinner or wabobono so we can know their profile as to say nipa kwa womo eye. And you know you best say ya papa odike ebes de edino ebema ebio ama ya check eye one year edina ababeto dwano because say you ko search your dinner who know who they are, their portfolios and whatever they do or mind Ghana ha. But asamoe si asamno ano ding. Na me pa cho sabri uko SOMPA FM 106.5 ubahu mfunyini bi twegu ho. Enti no wa wonyante na opeso hu mfunyini ni bi no bomoding pa na fa weni kire Facebook sisi SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra uko a me pa cho mfunyini nyina no ade a ubehu na also na wo information they said ye etienti no atrenchem we die anu odin dodo but the odike also Ghana ye wo problem pa about your flights your aircraft obakaya endi chebia na presidential jet no ehun kra eba asem omukase omasei omakase asaya wo mo ekwakoye maintenance sankomo no wate ana
oh Martina standard safety protocols of Ghana.
Yeah.
In fact, especially the local, the domestic flights. No? Stable in an accident.
Okay.
I saw for a friend. No commercial flight.
Okay. And also your accident. And now Nigeria for cargo plane B. And so be an accident our crash. Okay.
You're a mama tesono. I quite remember say when a similar one he narrowly escaped. And now we are better so. Hey, my brother, Ghana the name media grow. But as to as to say a defects been about aircraft from the intimate camp because whether now you won't see our Ghana whether in Koyi whether no whether no
and should I and your
papa na say me free kuma seba am tiprim ye tra konongo etra agogo eba atibie e wono na enye easy my heart was in my mouth.
So okay say enye easy what exactly was happening?
We experienced a severe turbulence na a bad weather and a kofa bai etina ye brew fro papa uma ikuta tasba uma ye radio Jesus je enye easy. The mesre says forecasters, especially weather
forecasters no
everyone cancel flight a bra umunim say airline navigation system no it me radar into me catch up with the friend said the weather no and yes me and some experience bia
okay but we experience no so but the you be call a omampenya so na nsemo chief of staff e de tu dwa no na ya boaba yetifu eti.
Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash: Dr. Edward Kofi Omane-Boamah, Minister for Defense; Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Muhammad, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology; Alhaji Muniru Muhammad Lemonad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture; Dr. Samuel Sarfo, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, and Mr. Samuel Abotchie, a former parliamentary candidate. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The President and government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice. Thank you.
Abusafo, Bebatosa, what's a year and Comono? But your person says, Sisu debut, said the Baya, Mobatini, and you know, young Conanco Tie, Ora Julius, Deborah, Ebium.
Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash. Dr. Edward Kofi Omane-Boamah, Minister for Defense. Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Muhammad, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. Alhaji Muniru Muhammad Lemonad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture. Dr. Samuel Sarfo, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, and Mr. Samuel Abotchie, a former parliamentary candidate. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The President and government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice. Thank you.
Abusafo, waiting somewhere, Ora Julius Deborah, and the Ababatu Jano. And you know, speculations now, Koswa, no almost say, Muntaka, Ekahono. It's been confirmed, say, Enya Muntaka, but it's rather Muntala, Onona, Wefrimo. Odike, I'm saying, they're now a dinner and a Babatu J.
We crew free more. The mechanic in an air, right?
Yeah.
Crew man fan can list them. When I'm from currency, me moment there, me maybe some for ya, when the mechanic say, SOMPA wouldn't be said and a hard because one can be shame, me quabo, na and one. May the mean them saying, I may say, may the Mayada or Cramepe. At least, may quite me nipa. Me yalda woman, any comment.
Yeah.
Make sense.
Yeah, I think what you are saying is
because anybody be a child once you be a son or dog, but you do die near them one, that's what's sonny. Then you know the true people are who care for you. Just tell me quite some I don't know. But I may yalda what time a pemina, then 10 years now me go a man now.
Odike Ghana ha ye safe say about to say ye too kwan e wo wiemu internally e wo yememu ha buying bono with regards to our flight almost safety no Odike ye safe for Ghana ha.
Oh yes, your safety record well recognized e wo wiase, and these are some of the things playing there we share bad weather create me ma I am monocra it missy. And the safety standard protocol there. I don't think say your challenge is too much, sir. It's where a mess up and
but according to information a crime wahano na a plane 2 year na e did any actually a obuasi a krufrum no. Idea abe somewhere after about 9:30 to 10 mohono. Na plane no was off radar. And you know who plane the off. And the off nature say a crash.
No. Because maybe a day one of the domestic airline I think CityLink.
Yeah.
Yeah, we veer off the radar.
Okay.
As a plane Naira.
Plane Naira.
But say that navigation no plane or navigation
yeah
SOMPA FM it say pilot no nya wotimi free bad weather no be nya good weather wotimi nya navigation no ba bia waduro musa ka akure wum it wo hunu ba bia waduro na fe na no wo also communicate to controller control room no kwayete ani no ni ekokumas ba tie ani ne e de ekopie techiman enye ye routine route ansa no communicate ama wo mamma no eyi kwan o be fa so be free techiman asaba radar no so
wow
and we were lucky we survived edia na nye emprempi na nye nyina na tabasa
okay but you seem to have more experiences with flights call amanium kakra.
Oh
yes because you have told me off station they say off radio they say was it Singapore and I say
maybe mo Hong Kong and na the Cathay Pacific and ever landing edi me check in tem ti we no and me say me ko pa ko nyane bi so adawo the last boarding gate ti me pass immigration e ko the last boarding gate na omun ko nwa bobo hu me da ba ko so edi me da na me so dae na Indonesia airline akoti ahwe e wo dae no ama ja to ma me hye eti dae no ma me so agna na omun na so say Cathay Pacific to London is boarding ti me sorry no na me ho puse che player me hu se biate wo dae ati ahwe wo dae me koforo nwa na nye bete
enjo free
me do last checking point ti me band there play no man fa na ho guru wo mkura one experience me na me call do side of Asayaba na 25th December Ghana Airways tra Mediterranean across so if Libya across Mediterranean you could share bad weather na play no drop 4,000 feet me say me si achi omu near water 3,000 feet
above sea level
and a drop 4,000 feet my brother obi kura wi
really
obi flight no so
wow
na asma me no wo kan me hu say me say akire mu akire etifo my ba ko wi on mine instant ko the plane here no masa 25th December na nya bete na bad 10 minutes na dan it say na nya easy na it was terrible na man for wurade ne make come boom say
the other car said I mean fa
the plane here
one year
na to punu mu na wa so do sika a wrong investment
no one so sky what was guy the wrong investment
the cap punu tuma esa wa so afita ni bia ni o bibia be ba ko se bia fi Kumasi ba Accra ye tra koronwa ro se ni ngi ba ko en sound yenti or try adan ni asa abesi
Kumasi
ye no so na nye bete ye nam nuam pampem sa pop sa na blade masa enye easy and so eno mu yetie
the other car say 1 year one ahwere won kwa no nipa nwotwe no nyame emfa omukra ensie Patrick Ghana ha obetimi amine a bit of a background as to crashes esi ewo Ghana ha and then the reasons thereof assigned to it
the American air link na no mu de commercial
air link because yeah
ebe skid of ewo kotoka ama nipa be 6 as we
yeah mekai
and
starbo starbo de no say starbo de no esi wo kotoka na de na esi wo bema camp no
yele asoja for cargo Nigeria for cargo plane
yeah
take off for anything na edi pu
wo no Mekaipa. Elwak one side. Yeah, Mekaipa. Patrick, walk us through. Why?
Prof, radio. I say, kakra waha eno metimi aka ho asem eye de na ye papa odike ka ho asem in 2020 Ghana Air Force Airlink Foka F27 na every tamalia e ba Accra domestic internal flight enu nipa nson na ewu
Airlink
na every tamale
e ba Accra
domestic internal
na NWC wo he
no omo amfa baby potia
esikotoka okay that's fine
yeah enti eno so ho asem eno no na 98 ne 85 ne 81 71 ne 97 ebi esisi ye but no casualty no enimu sa
yeah
most of them no say no more ye chartered internal flight and some landing be and no one some na filter nipa answer that enfrim but and if flight be the say Piper PA 31 na Navajo and in 98 and also enya akwansia sa but nipa ni pray but there was no fatality and Britain normal Islander and also Accra and also ABC yes and apart from 2000 there no Airlink there no Foka F27 no that ne free tema air backra na ebenya tamale sorry tamale air backra na
me bacho mo hey muntala afena mahunu Tamale Central
Tamale Central yeah
muntala me bacho etiefo a mu etie yenge wo SOMPA 106.5 FM no woni a efri mu no yedi Dr. Omanebo ama ene muntala mo amuni mo no yedi omfonyin ato Facebook wo SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra okwa ade a ubehu one pictures wo Mutala Muhammad na oka ho bi so na Dr. Omanebo ama ono so ekabi uhwe sampanyifo mienu ya there are two strong pillars womo the NDC mu two strong pillars womo NDC amanyokunum defense minister and then is it for science and environment yeah Mutala Muhammad Tamale yeah and also at that your Facebook page so it's very very disturbing very very worrying in fact and then intimi gadabo me pacho all load the pictures
Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad
yes Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad
environment science and technology
yes yes Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad yay and that tamale adishie anti asemo de
na ukrasi
ani kwa
obi akoka yeah obi akoka se bi watamale wamba wano me ba me pemi ko na me reading news ya matamale fo bo fu pa jinapo akodi yeso akodi tamale fo atem yendi
ha nyame fa bo krense yi na ma me kola me ma Fred is grand. What's this guy? My basa. Sefa Makwaba.
Yeah.
Sefa na ti saying.
Nyame admo.
Yes, actually.
Fa cheme na say akwantu kakra.
Akwantu kakra. Na atrenche mo atu Ghana man yi. Den abeka.
The way there say ye ma ye nyina ye ante asempa. Ye ma ye nyina ye ho yako. No kwepa na me ye nneoma bia nti mete ayi wei be 5 minutes before me do ha na me kai say Facebook bibi flash here say was sad news but only akro wanka bibia bi nti me say sad news ben ne ayi na me moving on nti me ba ya na afei deɛ mete yi sɛ that time no kora na ɔmo so ɔmo twɛn sɛ chief of staff ɛbɛkasa na nea nipa ne bi nim no sɛ chief of staff ne nua kan ɛne ɔma ne boama ɔmo nyinaa ɛbɔ me fo meso me ɛbɔ me ni
SOMPA FM
ye nua pa ɛwɔ mu sɛ ɔmo nyinaa Ghana fo mesan te ampadu bi ampadu nso yɛ kwawdin pa one of the officers
no
enti ɛnɛ deɛ kwawulian nso so yɛde amia especially bagana nyinaa ne yɛde amia nti ɛyɛ arahusam ama obia me ba ha nyinaa ma hu so obia yɛ mɔfo wɔ ha ne nyinaa ɛkyerɛ ɛyɛ amamuo ne amanyoyi ne ade ɛyɛ adwuma sometimes no nya na risk na nipa ne bebre wo mu a ɔmode small mine no wanhwɛ ya wo so President Kufuor enya accident with the motorcade ni nyina ka ho nti na omampani utietie mu a ene ote wheelchair mu ene ade nti o small minor enya na risk wo mu a fine and enya na referee abamu kakra tambia no ne a obi adwene se will be deposed and omo di power and so nya na referee risk a woman but with respect to flying no flying bibia right now ye nim ade porting a causes accident where normally no any say obi a rush when these things happen and now you speculate say bia we na cause ya na we na cause ya was ye nya abotre na ye twen emma omo a ye de sa na ma ya hye omo nsa na omo timi cheche na esua bibi free omo bibi omo a ye betimi esua free ho ana ya den ye esua free ho but flight and flying in general no airline industry no, it's still the safest and it's very important say beka wo ko plane mu anya na ehu senia na odike kan o ko plane mu na be time I am say plane no
ebe take you off no
take off no na take off na misro mo ana say
landing
that be take off no
ebe sia
yeah be take off no na
take off no and also
I don't know why because we take you off I am say hey afei na washa de na say so ahu say plane ni say problem bi wo mu a omo ehu ansana uko wiem ho a unya duru wiem na che say uni control papa bia bio enema plane ehu kakra because wayi nyina ejina obi nsam ye bompa say technology ebe advance because mehu some technology be almost I say proof of concept be almost say ombe na plane no anya capsule enti capsule no say
asam to engineer na capsule
to say
to pilot
parachute
wow
enti ombetimi aye plane no like the main cabin na ni partitimu no ombetimi aye na te separate
I've seen a video of that social media
as I check because the bomb is ombetimi aye planes na at least there is some safety kakrabi ewo mu kakra na je say bibi happen wo wiem ho a na wanya some akwanya bi ana bibisa until then ne de once wo ewiemu na na che say aka oni onyame so but talking about that no this year I don't know sir manfo be brain ma accident ako up pa accident
we said last week or last week we did a presentation
nearly
on
1,600 deaths normally no in Ghana no as far as I know no averagely no you lose about 2,000 people a year.
2,500
the average
that 2,500
I see me I always thought say around 2,000 so I stand to be corrected but 2,005 from the crana na still no at 1,006 in the middle of the year no a co up dodo and I don't know why aye o share baby to say ayi ensawamu pokwasin sawamu ya na no mi hu video bi enya kra was aban ne ye na adwuma a ekoso no omo ye ne faster say ebema road safety no are improving ni nyina ka ho nipa dodo wu ewo road accident still a chain airline accident. And that is the truth. Enti ene de arahosem I was here hwe say yenuanom yi a sisi a semato omo yi ye behwe na ye ne omo abusuafo nyina no amone so but nothing so ye betwen say the authorities no be kire at the property happening say na be sua ho nyansa. But we should not forget say airline you know ehu de ukowie mu ehu ni ade but the safest and yenuanom bebre ewu every single day ewo Ghana hanomo on the roads as well. Nti we say di ni nyina ho dwuma na senia sa accidents ni nyina bekofo.
Abusha for them say oda so tie SOMPA 106.5 FM but menu abema se faso atwe adwen si ade bi so eno so lorry akwanhia no so eno so kun pa eno so no I was saying to me sure ho na e kan ho asem
can do not quite avoid that because the construction of road no technicalities come lack of spare parts and second ties and a dominating tie supply in this country.
And they would campa. And because you know, tire second hand na yakoto.
The reason being that
mono
China the fake no so do so. Who thought a mono enina nsana ba abembam. Na yeti kromo e. Na bonsa ties. Firestone. Your brand in Ghana. Your brand near a Firestone. Renault, any Citroën, any Peugeot, France. I don't know about tricycle.
Wow. And you say some companies now no more Ghana ha na wo ye Firestone ne ties ahodo a e udike okay. Some companies no then eguye.
You pay for them Rollins and America for that then say on your diversity implementation.
Okay.
And turning state-owned enterprises in Omano, ya share saying na JJ Rollins.
Odike, asema okay.
Men on the catch, or I tell me, sir.
Okahopa.
And you may see the a champion time. Not what on your common. O sabases. And pretend baby, I dear down for mine. Dear call a connection. Yeah, if you are connection, could be about spare 5 now. A big cone biba. Dear call down so a big cone biba. Dear call Coco bite, wine, baby, I never basses and one. Uta, no, see, no, Uta. And diversity implementation, politicization of everything. Duopoly, NDC and PP. I best say BBR. Until say, you better for best answer. I was about friendly misleading. A general book, the governance architecture, modern day Ghana and by extension Africa. Leadership structures are well tailored to suit the mindset, our environment, our culture and traditions. You know, see, I say, "Be Western world in next year." Chance sama ya tu nyina be popra. Fire nyema nyinara next to nothing. Na yada so activate. And you know, my brother, in 1992,
yeah,
you lose state properties nyina. Near Ghana, me call land there. Nanya Ghana with Samenko. Me call Germany, Nanya Ghana with Samenko. Baby, I Ghana with Sikubia. Me preferred airline, Ghana with. Me near my quarantine, I'm the friend with Chiba first. Ship what they buy near friend Kumase. Blaster line. 600 factories. And your man, you're one in NDC are saying, and then you're over dependent on the number of friends. Yama Musabaya, ye best say a dear, near Baby Dumu, Echi, Aquella Sulala, and Nona, say, Umuya, you want a man into say, you bring your leadership or better conscientizing Ghanaians. Nay, now, our governance, the model of governance. Any yen constitution ya sakrem aye niema be Ghana the sovereignty of this country no aye indeed residing the ordinary people.
See I need be
oh am ko baby ma say we say sa
SOMPA FM
MPP NDC
dia be ko ye chisa
MPP nka ho pani.
oh MPP NDC
no he's talking about Duopoly so
PNDC na say ko you know most
masa
states
MPP ni NDC kofo ba wo so betuntomi
Kufo de oye ni ye pa.
Oh Ghana Telecom.
Yeah, Ghana Telecom kai
ba. No na ma Ghana ye.
Ah, be ba to de jai. Ba me ma me dia. Ba ma 797.
Samo.
Yeah, be ba.
Prof Edi.
Amo na boko de.
Boko me nia.
Na GPRT you must what is saying.
Nyame adom hoye.
Deputy National PRO back.
Yes, my boss back.
Oh GPRT.
Make a choice. Deputy National PRO.
And then me no be cap.
Asaba to Ghana man.
Oh, what man can we you baba cash can also.
Prof.
Yeah.
Say de bia me catch you say. Radio de bia me nam bia ya na sompa na da. Me na kwanso eja me di mirika me say eja. Time ma prof ne ne for the ama me ya elite.
Yeah.
Enti me ba metiti mu a mo fidi so ayese. Atoire nchembia to SCC ni ade a Air Force 4 play bi akwa crash. So I was like, oh, then AC. And ya fe de be do ha fe de ye tititi din epie mu no. Na che se ya de bia na ya sefem. Ya reho sempa o hwe phone so a pictures ni videos bia you know.
Anu odin. I know.
Yeah. So
because I said I'm just imagining the close families. One more would depend on something for survival. Omuma, omoyere, omayerenum, and again, one more. Papa ni omo mama ni omo ebusua ni gina. I don't know how they are going to receive this message.
It's enough from cry. Yeah, na say wo bia you but wo bi so ho dia ya na emu oya. You know.
Say I'm power sorry. Na ono yere identity mu, ono ma identity mu. Me ko edwuma ba. Na on beti say say helicopter bi akohwe ase. Adan be papa de da ho no. Wash sa. How would you take it? How would you take it?
My discuss just
no, because me look, I am empathizing with the families.
Let's hope say whatever a year go through no it was quick.
Yeah.
And
so I'm going to recover because
if wouldn't cry, sure say be done say they will suffer for so long.
Hey, but the case you can assembly say you. Was say na nkebe ya go no there.
Me will be them mpe.
Na body come say you
decide.
Me say
heavy.
But prof you choose na e pa de anka me contrast already.
We choose.
Me to say na bre o na go.
And you know and what training now more on board na obi an survive.
At this point in the
yes,
God knows the best.
Because we a national tragedy. Yeah, I was say that the Lumba the crazy crowd Lumba the see a crying game I know the way
there's no armor against faith. And death is the necessary end. It will come when it intends.
A queer befa so about
unim say you na unim anka prof nka onko da aweda ko
hwe da yi Dr. Maneboama ni fie me fa ho bosumi mienu kra mae be bosumi ni me kai se me ko fa ho a eja na aban aba o ma bedwi kwan so kakra na yi we were talking about him and chair cry. Some me catch us me a bombing or no see a bombing. Intimate nua pa, minua ketua no, only some any channel.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Any Dr. Maniboma. I don't think so when you're 50 years. Only be as
okay.
He's at the almost the pinnacle of the life, and I'm a boy.
Yeah.
Almost. And probably shooting at self-actualization at this point, at a relatively young age. So only I'm a channel, and I know if I NDC IT. Director for the election. So what I say, oh yes, of course. And me need any close link be but again, as in for the or platforms be also professionals no near just say, but we also nim.
That's right.
That's right. I'll be cause you know say for no Julius
yeah.
So NT chief of staff there me sure say Nadia. I just say so track a cradia.
But quickly, let me run you through a year one more profile no. Dr. Maneboama and then Mutala. Because the figures are nationally. But that is not to say 1 year Kano will not be running their profile. But I believe when we have their profiles to we'll be going to.
Was that Dr. Samuel Sarfo? No, Ashanti Regional Minister.
Yeah.
Why came me Ashanti Region? Kumasi. And was
Dr. Sapon.
Oh. Yeah. And was Central Regional Minister.
Cruz. Abotchie.
No, my dear Koho.
Yo.
And I found
I told Dr. Maneboama share the school as same. Mami fan share started in the senior high school, John Senior High School, and minor seminary Kufuridua na oko University of Ghana Medical School, where you training as a medical doctor. Na osasu bomodin kotuan addition so Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis, Montessori, USA. In addition, Okra master's degree in health policy planning and financing from both London School of Economics and London School of Hygiene and tropical medicine. As a student, now or the president of the National Union of Ghana Student NUCS and the coordinating secretary of the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. Until from 2009 to 2012, he served as the Deputy Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. And later, over the NDC's Deputy Campaign Coordinator in the 2012 general elections. He served as the Vice Chairman of the United Nations Commission on Science and Technology for Development. Wabrano, Deputy Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, he chaired committees investigated the spillage of low toxicity oil-based mud by Cosmos Energy. Na Maneboama so Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. This was during the Atamil's era, from 2012 to 2013, and then from in February 2013, Wabra man paying John Evans Atamil's the baby koya man paying John Mahama Ebedi Adieno, and the Minister for Communications. From 2014 to 2017. Proud to this assignment, now Omo some responsibility of coordinating Ghana's participation in the 2013 African Cup of Nations, AFCON. Kakra benya about him ni, but currently as we speak, when him say, the Minister for Defense. Timena Mokase. Idea watwa nananum ewo ensiedro, and then I'll also be walking you through the profile of also Murtala Muhammad, a very nice looking gentleman. So
SOMPA FM.
You know, my main farmer would decay. Now running with true. Dr. Omane Buama, a profile kakra. Then I'll feel say Ghana Yashri.
Million. The economy of a country, a nipe umu, a Japade, and it said the CDD Juma, a man a bois, or man and can call it a munipa. And the nipa that's a nibia where gun in near Otia. Or ye asset, or ye or some woman man can see a pa. But maybe was she saying, Koyino, and I will nipa to Donana, who told my jimu. And we made me yes successful. To say you are Dr. Maneboama. No more come out with leadership qualities and serve the interests of all the nation. Now, Umujana quite exceptional. In fact, as young as he is, said already in the profile. I born home or dear papa walk or minor sumu. Ubi a sumbi, but I reached the beach. The old trika, Amobia from a quite more baby or several Ghana pa. Creani or dear Dianeba or several Ghana pa. Mamma Chef Dia, said you, Paniati Tokra, Mamma Biati, or several mine pa. Ubia several minor, our the best ability. But, Sinyame wa don, now minor as a recognizer, and as a man is poto. Now you chong baby di a slower, the top notch. Is a Yamino in the year. The Agradier. Also, just like I said earlier, Saru would be a yeah, procrastinating.
Yes, we are Brebeson.
Yes, we are Brebeson. And he, as I reform says, we are no one who are a rich
SOMPA FM.
Or what it a baby. Where they are, however. And he, a part of characteristics of every living thing.
Honorable Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Muhammad, born 14th December 1974, a Amanyoni and a member of parliament for Tamale Central, Northern region. And Murtala Muhammad, as we speak now, before his untimely death, now we are Minister for Science, Environment, Technology and Innovation. He assumed office from February to August. Before his ministerial role, now we are a member of parliament representing Tamale Central in Ghana's northern region. I fear I will know the media to Jadeda. And you know, Kakra Minya, I will Murtala Muhammad. So,
open the year.
Open the year. I'm checking, I'm funny year, and so and found out. Let's see.
This is
10 years.
Let's see. We try to menya
tempo in the
year on my Buama and
you move from
idea how you
August 4th. August. And you couldn't finish for the
Wow. I'm trying to get it better.
What they say
So August.
Actually, Dr. Manebo Amasu there is 75.
August 28.
75.
28. August 28.
Mr. Sapon now. Where are we?
Sapon, they were in it. Mr. Sapon,
they were in it. Because PNDC time. Kumasi. No, yeah, Ashrik, almost investigative. How good?
SFO Nana.
Now your friend Ashanti region, Ashrik.
Okay. SFO serious fraud. Okay, that's fine. But I think information I know has to see HS. Yeah, your man pinning abedi chiri. Excellency General Poku. Nana Jimine Sabre. One delegation be called Dr. Manibuama. Efi na omo akwakobo amani. Entino wezo asamo ababetuja. Entibini kabiru kakrafa empenyefo enwe na yeah make progress.
Because it's very much in order say ne excellency akwa chia abusia for right away, because at this point in the day one can only imagine how our family feel at this time. Mubayashi papa sena mekan no wo hwe mpanifo ebia, they are almost at the zenith of their lives. So and yet on my Ghana, as I say, ebi say about 40 million people, give or take 36 to 40 million. Now how many ministers any work? Maybe multimedia ministers, ABI officers, and many are the CEOs, regional ministers, near the just say, Mabobra pa, and yes, be a bra for retirement in Po. Just say, Gusua, Afea na by naba. So, yes, Omubi or Omo post before. And Omasaba, but they are the height of wasa ababiu wako wasaba to say no man who human any sukra more than before. O saba bedi swani ama o mino. Inti interesting na meti ana me dwen say enroll ena me wo Facebook so. Ena may wow in Facebook who send omo use omo intelligent technology omo use.
Yeah.
And they may call Honorable Ida.
Okay.
Ayin swano. A page so baby. And interestingly, omo call defense committee. So sa a committee ne so Ida. Enti omo call omo ye committee meetings EB. Until they must have gone somewhere as a committee with the minister. And Omane Boama was right in the middle. I saw this yesterday. And in extra Mr. Defense Committee in Parliament.
Yeah.
Omone a ministry ni BB. Until I just bumped into the pictures and I was looking at them just Enra. And na Honorable Omane Boama was in there. Our more picture nominee. And then the next day, just like that, Unipano, it just say,
"Oh, quite jumabo."
So it also reminds you about life.
Sure.
So Bibia, totally unpredictable. Oh, many times, no, be more so. Your friend is saying, Mekai say, politicians, will be when ye intino and Jebian near the politics. Somewhat to be that. Yes, I near mano, because you have no idea. And yes, me the politics, but I'm just saying, Seni Anyana, Yakikan Simbi or why Yakika, or my name so. Radio when ye intino say why her crying Jebiano niha. And they look at the young people are almost drew the height of their careers. And yadani any adiachi yate. So enti yenina no kai say anytime be a your opportunity, maybe nya opportunity a day esrum or minor kakrano. No crane no who share omo amenu omo ye they will tell you. I tell them say legacy is the most important thing. And my staff will attest to this. I'm sure some of them may be watching me. My former staff, they catch them all the time. Say, hey, unipa ye kanina no. Mostly infoni aye and only unipa. Because most of the time, uko ministries ne agencies ya. And penifua omo ba be twemu ni ade no. Ya obehu ye omo pictures ni on portraits e bobo wall. So I used to talk to them about this. Said, let's impact. Yen try na yen nye bibia. E kire bi no obi hwe where you also my way what you say ni ade, because that's all there is to the essence of life. Ya kani nyina whether would be 80 would be 100 would be 50 will be all cry now unru sakra no why den na oko wa free enti ni nyina remind you say yes say mpelifo ni ade obia ye be ma opportunity no impact, because we ye den ya ye nyina ye be den ye be come. The time will come and you don't know when that time will come. So let's do our best and make sure say ye be holding high standards. And bro, we omo niema bebre omo ye omo timi e mo omo Michael manim no do na ye, because they have true patriotism. It's my treble about half of my life. And I can tell you say omo at least in the American culture no patriotism omo for ni agro. Oye bibi kra na ye obi na be tro say chale hwe so ye, because oye you be hu an obi akokto. Because who say or mine or mufeni agro. Yeah, so dear.
David, Robert Boakram say no.
So, and near my aye west.
I know where you need to go on.
And Pennyfour will hang now attest to the fact to say, who share ye some few decades ago, bear 1 or 2 decades, 20 years ago, Senia na ya braboni a thinking the tiana. A degenerating. They say no more selfishness.
Infinity constitution
selfishness.
Constitution
standards.
When power is given to one arm of government, excessive powers. They say power corrupts,
but absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Infinity issue constitution. Ghana for that's at some time we were very advanced in technology. At some point, time here and you now I'm for the farm power. Massive shoe factory.
Yeah, massive shoe factory.
Company second say yama.
Sorry, yes, me try, but na make us kitwa bi say no a year do stage bia enipa no public ni nyina no obi nya akwanya kakra bia eye no say nia wono nko a benya no eno nko ho adwen o. And oh ye wo ho se wo pese wo uphold standards kakra enye easy to uphold even minimum standards kra na ya difficult, because enipa na is around the above below ni ade nyina sometimes no o ma adwen no ba bi enam no so who na me chere no me pese me kasa bebre na too far, but I can tell you say we need a new sense of patriotism. A big boy nyina ye wo ade nyina ho kwan nso nye nyina na ye den fata yen. Let's make sure say ye be boa ama o man no akona nim na edin na ye de beja no eno ene hia, because wo ye den a wo beko and wo konso a one person akra wuntimi ye de two other come ground
David I don't crowd recording. I don't find conquest. Sompa 106.5 FM for God Encountering us Abri Ogusu Awuti. Remember show is live on Sompa 106.1 FM. Techiman adishe ene bunu is adishe nyina ye chiamo mo takwa Western Regional mutie yen e wo Sompa 101.1 FM no mosono adea Chia kese edemamo Facebook mo amore comment na eba ho nyina na beje brani akenkan comment na nyina ede amamo enra na ebeto dwa se eya Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council omodie sabri eye carbo lorry fares ewo yememu ha omo pege mu by 20%. Na nkomo yebeto dwa no na akwakwa ese GPR chief for ade we ya be kra no wo mo de omfo aso ye bisa se dentina GPR chief for se wo mo enfo aso me saka Samuel Amoa ono deputy national PRO for GPRT wabe fidie mu ha. And also remember say data wo ma say Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council already aba say o me sha ase no fiada edai ni mi ya na bini ma kwa ba
meje so
bia bokore
nyame adom eja se de atie bia be ka se boko a
sao
se boni kura ikuram
sa na adenti na munua no mudi statement aba se ye hwe ye man mu ha nema bi enkoye yakwan enye spare parts bo ayeden and some other issues or more raise ewo mo communicate mu na mu GPR chief for mo so montiase
bedase prof mami emfa konya so emfanchia wo ne ompamfo ene oman Ghana nyina ne titru ne ahyenkafo Ghana na memmo so mpanimfo nso abaso adwuma pa omode boa eye oman Ghana de omu nyina ne se no krese krata bi ehya asese kuleti a yehunu krata ne bi kenkan na chese ifri GRTCC akache NPA yankohwe ma na chese omugina sie de se eda yefia de be on the 8th of August to transport fare mu by 20%.
Yeah.
In fact yehunu krata prof yenwa se etimi abanza prof adwuma de se senka yema titles anka sabre ubeti abubo ho bebre na eba na hyenka dwuma ho nsensem ne ahyentuabo ho nsensem a emse wadi akiri ache
wadi akiri pa
ye hye ye records mu a ensi da ewo man mu se GRTCC ede krata beba abonten omo ba content cross omo de omo to ahyentuabo mpempi ne ana obetina concern for ne de omo keka ka ho nhihye a eda ho a ye nyina ye fa so ne se ansa ye be transport fare review bia no eye GPRTU ede GRTCC ye kabom na yakodan eye transport ministries.
Okay,
ye kodan transport ministries na ye de proposal ekoto omanim ye timi keka ne amabom aye so sabre ye pe ahyentuabo ntumu bebe o hamu nchichemaduasa ana bi okura meka mre bi kura de aduanan na ekoye yakobobo ho an ye keka kaboma ne ade a leja yetimi aba be agree ewo 1% ye gitumu wi a na eye eku akase mienu GRTCC omo general secretary Yewura Emmanuel Heneboa na yenso GPR general secretary Godfred Abubre no makabom at the joint communique ababonten na before say the beba bonten krapo ne aye ahyentuabo nhihye ne ho nyina yakaye calculations nyina ne ascend all the various regions no ne branches ne ade but then ye hwe hunu say ebeba ne sen na GRTCC nko atimi atu sa na moyi na ebiemu nso ye hwa ebra ye kote ye ahyentuabo so by 15% no ye ne o ma na ekotena ase ena eja ye hwe sa time na me say prof me ba wa fidie su ma me be kire the percentage are not tier free fango bonus so
sure
18%.
Sure.
And the ministry nso nhihye nyina ne say your target 10%. Any time ebe kosoro 10% and above no now it calls for a transport fare review. That is the same way so eba from so na no so ye the same. Enti ebre ete so 18% ye kotena ase ayekoye anu baba no ene ekohunu say esese yetimete ya hyentuabo no so sabre aye tisui ampa ye kan spare parts ho asem a ne ye hwe anim se anka spare parts no dollar na aba from ne ade nti nko mo so be yi so kakra ne ye ho atimi ahan ye eba no lubricant ne taxes ne ade because these are the components ye nso ye use ade ye adwuma pedifo my no ho ba say going forward no transportation ne ade bia anytime ebe kosoro bia no bia nso ekeka no ho ede ne de kosoro enti yenhwe ne yente ye de so na no nso mra from of which entimi amasa enti no ye de ni to from ne ye hwe se de aneama ekwa fiti time ayete ye transport fare so 15% afango bo ne tiba from esen pagya ni mu no na epagya ni mu akodu 8%.
Okay,
8% na kire se aka 2% na eduru eye 10% ye target na abrebi ejina so ansa ye co ministries edi ekoye negotiations on transport fare increment no.
Okay.
But then ye share other components like spare parts, lubricant, and the taxes ne dia. Na ni nyina da so e wo soro. So what the GPRTU was trying to do is say ye be share say the next pricing window no for na fan go bo no be say page ni mu akodu. If it me hit 10% now, then ye wo case ni etimi move forward a committee the transport ministry no ni enso ya ye nhwehwem ahwe percentage a yenso yesusu se ye de to ya hye ntu abo so a ebetimi aba ayeye na sa dwumadi ni nhwehwe nyina ye ne GRTCC na ye bom nti ebra ye hu sa krata se omonko ade aba abonti na yesi dabi
mo ti ase
enye ne kwan no efise mpanisi na mbanu sumfidi a benu ana ye namhwe na ba bi echichire abo no so ho ana ye gya no ye nyina ye ko chichire transport ministries. It is a person a jano, a one essay to make. I don't know my GPR to the crata babontin said there be GRTC and more omutu ni there. I say Sabre or more ya follow concern for said ya caneno no more year, you know. Now you're here a boy near large tanko zodi. To say, a jumo moyache. I am one pass you are here, but me.
But I'm saying somewhere is it 2021 or 2022? Muso muteki. A decision be some mobile increase first. Now the Ghana Road
Transport Coordinating
Council so eba out the catch up and say they are more almost for so you remember that issue?
Yeah, I remember that very well.
And to mu ye be to akana.
There be antisa time eba ne sa no say GPRT wo team bia ye dwuma ye ne say abrebia se niama kosoro a omo de amoya ne say omo hwehwe percentages are better that the components here the adwuma so normal reported back to the national office na mpenimfo so ahwe say percentage aba beda so yi ene yesa na te dia sign yenso ye hwa yenso ye de tu ahye ntu abo so a ebetimi ayi ni approach the transport ministries during that time na sa advice that sabre na yewura former transport minister Ofori Esiama ona no otia papa and then your body purumu severally na ashenkafu guye so niama nyina akosoro ena ye de proposal so akoto ni table so ade da table no so bebe bosumi ni akire
mekai pa
ayenya humwai bia ena mpelin force said there be ekoba ne sadia na ashenkafu no it got to a point kwa drivers need decide say they will not even work again nti omo anya adwuma na ekokoba ne sai nti eno na GPR2 etake sa stance no baby adu ni de SSC etimi kikan ho na GRTCC enso ebe mu se em se omonso nti asesa but at the end of the day no ye nyina ye hia e emi ye totototo ye kikan kanema bom mu hunu se baby adu ni de minister no to nsa frɛ ye nyina eni ye nyina ko hia o round table eja ye nyina ekoje a certain percentage tum ne de ba bonten but this time around no ye kura ye bisa ministry no yewura kan say Joseph Bukari Nikpe ye say o ayembia GRTCC etimi abo apini ni punu mu edi krata bia beda ne se bia ompeso moto ahyentu abomu omo se da bibia sa enko so se bibia sa enko so dia na kwan bi su na se na omo achia kakra eno na ma ye de sa communicate eba bonten a ye guso ana ye educate ye members da bi pempenso aduni de mo bia mpre ne ho enkoto
eye da ukuo ho
yeah na da ukuo da
anti mo meeting.
Oh, say Prof, I need you some kese kra abasese ya say me de communicate ni bia ma
I know na me be so one some
that is ya meeting ema ye ni o makasa ema dwobre aba ema say ya sign joint communique because that is what we used to do at the time ye sign communique no na ye general secretary Godfrey Abubri na oni around say dwumadie bi di na kopie bolga entino ye national vice chairman brother Emmanuel ni Ankra Sabri ahini entino ni din asesa be ni Ukanta Ankara the second no ono nsa na ehya ase on behalf of
GPR but for the benefit of unity for otie no permit me mpenyifo amo na menkan this particular message free the road transport operators a press release purported increment in public transport fares. Road transport operators on Wednesday, August 5th 2025 met with the Ministry of Transport to consider the purported 20% increment in public transport fares. Transport operators following the meeting have agreed to suspend the purported 20% increment in public transport fares as a result of the lack of broader consultations on the decision. Transport operators have therefore agreed to maintain the implementation of the 15% reduction in public transport fares, which took effect on May 24, 2025. All transport operators are to ensure that the 15% reduction is enforced. We count on the cooperation of all transport operators and the general public. Okay, so say what ye and Koma every year the transport unions and Omina Kabum, Omako who a year minister and now one of this statement here about bunting. Then I can found.
The mechanic say me over the years private transport unions. Papa Waka say the car say a year more organized say.
Obisa. I oba be you ano.
You are say you say pen for no umude kura no dodo na kura ni car ni bi.
Dodo na ni car ni bi.
Yes.
Odi can answer na ken. Are you talking from experience?
Nyabutre. Because the way I had two partisan. Winning.
Then I partisan.
The cost, the price build up of fares. Me transfer me as what was that to be a Juma air connect na I've almost in the city no who jam crab at tone to ma.
A biat me back pocket na.
What do you money? Mamma said Ghana we transport to Juma we are Delba Boca.
Sir,
I'm telling you. Anybody be try more aya Boca na GPL2 and pen fund us all. Win him. Then all kasa was say omukohwe enyama di omuduma ebo aka ebo akoduro no ma at the percentage I work around. My brother
me too pa
na chesa me papa say here omu price build up no is only enyama omudi aka no adwuma no na the factors are indicators omu use. Is that me work asa mean to me nyamfa so say me pese me call holiday school obuchira me de cost no be kan but ma me ye no mean to be live luxury and my monitor wo mu papa kan wo twia wo to bibi kra na ye ordinary because aban no ni penfona kan bo ma wo mu the price e bo kra enye price papa ma adawa for no ni ka witness no na ya hye wo mu wo di fuel ene sare man e de na makwaje bank low e wo bank na akoto ka me 38% interest na say mo di GPR to mo price build up way mo factor me car no the source cra me di every buyer. How do I pay the bank?
But is that should that be a concern to
of course me a business am business so ya the bank na ya adwuma no every crop bia cost bia bank no mo dey adwuma what dey no to nchen a buying service charges public service charges ya wo ko renew insurance whatever see tutumu a company dey open what dey tum but what about this aka to say yan dey yan ya buy cotton say aban say we you so na public GPR no na ba bia bus senko ana no mu pretty pa me kumase ni ti bia me kumase be kumase na Ashtown na trotro ekoho because we fra Ashtown back etia eba Dr. Mensa ne mu nwa etina ka bi ne friend fansa betum ko
ya me hu sa ka ase no
ena na eye adwuma ana abaya yi adwa abaya gu public buses eye adwuma no agu ana mo ba hye GPR to from pedin for na ki edo do ka ba bo mo se aba mi ensi nkonya na aba wotimi wura transport man ye yi a ana na ne dem free street na obi dia private ana wo ba wo de wo hye ene wo formula bi ato na wo sa formula na ana na ba mfa nye public transport ne won toye etu mi trust na me hye cars nkɔfo run transport bebre na bobo fom bebre na antimi am break even na me hwabs adwuma wo ya ne Ghana ha wan hwe yi a won kan ko be den paaye se wo ya ka wo na odi ama se ye mfanya adwuma ma mi ana mi swabe to bi na mi ami di mate na me hwe se ye koba na tete etuatu booking fee ni nyama e wo ho a wo so be fee na kakra bi na account se
enen koma woni media fititi o
but fititi no ncha problem no we identify go through stressful operational mechanism. I am telling you, me my account nada. Minim de wom. Yesu sa video bus. Si wa na yema.
Be kai pa.
Wom nyina akoi. Ke enipa ka bebrebe. Aban no mo no ho modin a wo public transport bebenti no. Papa, obi so yentum ayentum. Nyasa bia eye me dese atutum na Oma timu a aban no otu na ade mu a no obi anko negotiation. And electricity 14% and aban the account.
But the case how can the saso a etimem fo.
Na ko kaka na.
Dem na wo ye the saso a setimem fo so.
Let us face the reality. And let memuni o. Ya cut ya wo ho. It's all about money. Look, about the 14% at electricity. What it means is say say no. And kaska ke me di be save you know. Me electricity esa ko 14%. Ensuo ko 4%. Ensuo odanya o se what the 1 cedi to 1 liter so. Obi an challenge no GP adu me so sam no money about pre so anya ye wa implement it. Na fe de me a makoto ka wo euro, me di euro na koto ye. Shape we dey ba jim euro. Aban mi du tema habo no. Eboa ope no ogye ansa na ka ni pie omuni exemptions awotama habo anamu obi so the car bus fa ko yedman etwetwa duty
dem say na Ghana had say bi ni
akwesi odai meba akwesi adai odike ebrebe twom na so na ope omampenye di wo Ghana anameboa
Netime me for man
me be so question.
Me da sokra pre.
Wo da sokra pre.
Oh yes.
Enti se uyo obedi oman no so a na GPRU ene kuo na aka no so hye wase a wo behwe ema transport first ya pegem amatimamfo ho akere wo.
Me say me president ha.
Yes.
Me ni so ade hu ni say. Me ni GPRU ni na be kan bom. Ni aban FM. Me say ma new plan for your buses. Instead say aban na be ran, ye be ma GPRU for say ye kwa trotro na etimu no ye na ye kotodwe ponpon emwa se wa fo trotro asia frasia ka be unu de meken eti GPRU ya mamo e bia 5000 buses ye cities ni nya empe trotro eno nko nkronketuam enkofa enuane ne nyamamra ana ba bia buses ni nya no ho no mu ememiti what it means ni akwa something like work and pay eti aban no mo kasa woman interest ni aban interest ni ya kan ho asem but we aban ni fi aban ni equity wom
enti assuming say ene una wo ye mampenyin na system na wo pese e operate no enya nshase na nka ekuyi e di ababeto abonten say on per 20% increase na anka beti ase
of course
na o kasa o uti ase enti timemuni na odi ni mpeso free ni salary mega salary odi fiaka no eno de onwen no
na wonu obi woni eno ni body betembo kwani na wo kana sem odi body begudo ma wonu ni bo go to the market and check
because if you are driver for now
no nyom kwa bia ne tsa man ka sem ba control and na be full play ko kuma se me kwa me ba mtua 3200
o kono ba
yes I am hard driver for sir I am here to defend them because and am about grant the race abandon ya no to nyem
na say driver for no say adwuma na omu ye de car owners say wo mu nya mfaso a say na ka do stay out of business
the car say
wo mu nya mfaso an ka so me jai because wo mu nya mfaso
me si nya abotrama me tie me say e perifon do na ni car ni bi
me ba to wo car de biara
prof say
direct question wo car de bi
me wo car sa enye campo car sa me lifetime ejuma maye
odike what also
me ba me say
me di mate e be car taxi be chi trotro be chi bus e chi tipa and I did ma chese stage ni nyina ma pass it through
as say bia odabre as
oh won say adwuma de wo ko anim
sure
but what you say na wo homode nso ade pagya
so the keti here o chire bi no aba be man pay
that is it onye say ano sha ase but what say and adwuma odike me ba adwuma ye no wo ho hwe ya na ebi phrase ye pagya transport fare mu sanka adwuma enka me ko ka kire me driver say chale atumo nti sales no fa bi ka ho ebeboa me what you say
but say driver for drivers there edu be bia me tell me say me cage wa me nya bi da emporo say you two face more da be me nya bi because from so do no fi driver for driver for the mistake
mamuso asem
me say drivers are the problem
say ka me president aka promoter se kema yomu dey abera so nya transport do ma
the be nya transport if you driver for the suman driver for the suman
let me aka so no so century dwuma onye
driver for the suman odike ba me can tro driver for the suman because you took classes na obey na enu na obey
me ba driver for machine amusa na
ebia to talk cars
oh car dey auto
ebia to talk cars
the pool of fleet na
yes
cars ni go ba to be chen owners
adwuma
odike asem ba na me can tro
obi awo ye adwuma ese otimi ye na okọ anim
yes
me sha ase me kai pass me kawo na me kuta ne car taxi bi ache TRB 1098 ena Fiat Lada asem o ka kire me say sami said ya oni me sha ase me mpai bo ne say onka me ka ngosi awie ti o kire me kwan e fa so ye save sika ena nkakran ono ampo e got to a point ono ampo bo a me e mo koji we can pay e de ma me at a point obi aye adwuma opeso ye ekonanim patriot as obi am person obetna a class 1 but say dia prof okay driver phone bi nso wo ho a omo nso de omo de ne say akwa ba enya ne ne a obedi ase no
ene praja says say as if 50 cities and 100 cities eso so ye two a ye lorry fam says here say says na no that's why why
ebi so on
sanity ebi sa no
prof
ebi sa no
ati mo to fam one says in koso
oh ebi ekosoro sometimes ni ye share
o say ebi ebi
sometimes on prof mama
me kana me o taxi bi o
sometimes
o de kema running transport da na amani me hu ye no
me so sa
amani hu ye no drivers no
etira me ka bi ma car na for
mabo odika baso say ne kasa mu nyina ase odwene a driver phone prof
na me dream driver na me tie de bi na o bo me kutia e de sami o be bo me kutia wa o bo me kutia wa
aba ba nye sisi o
no cry ba kope sasema odike eke sasema odike eke
me ba to e unya mbe me le we be bi na mo adwene
aban to car
e microphone
I can say driver libya Kafracha the other time you opportunity eco meeting you know aban dada ochemu I was on a round table with
no but munya fa so pa because no munya fa so I'm telling you drivers nya fa so because me no time na nya me twiro na me nyeska na me nyeska na me nyeska pa because me need time
prof ni bibi
time
azama na ke
hello prof ni bibi me say adwuma ye sese no
yes
omo bre papa
no bread e wo but we nyeska
o ka say
abrante bia me ne tie fichira nche bia onye obi uber otwi wato uber foforo because
what in your managing who ye I'm managing is
Ghana ha nyina nya managers
all right there be am ka say
what ko busa the source for the to new car
ayo so kakra na
driver for
dem you dike get my argument me kasa driver ni driver for there be ti omo so ba sorry
say me permanent president transport minister ko negotiation na me ka deep one be permanent freedom I'm telling you because minimum man wo breye driving wini aban no insert so beto to adwafo akatwam na economy no abumu amanipa enye skade ayede no wo mun se wani tutumu a ekọ animu kese a TUC ne ada labor unions no ebe agitate etina da bia no suppress transport first no wo mu ye wo mu calculations a wo mu ye say transport first no cost from a ye go for be demand the increment in the salary eti wo ko gensu wo mu me say me
but orike or the more serious no to Ghana ha
They work under duress.
Me see Ghana yenye serious.
I agree with
say aban ebeka say wato adwumanfo aketua mu a obeko dwaman so no na nipa odi dwa no so apagya ne bu odike wasa dis ade no
me ba na no yase dollar ba fo
yeah
dokon 7 cedis said that 7 cedis bibia no way food item a drop
even spare parts
bibia wonim
Ejira me catch you say Ghana for ye nipa body
anya Ghana for ye nya botre businessman bia no a oya aduma na say obetuma break even obetran le ma no saa enya no kre me businessman na de omu ni say the leadership of this country no omubu omanfo na nimtia hwa de bi wo ba the 14% up to electricity so that when you know the right bill akosoro ba on ko negotiation o ka spare parts ni fu ene eyi ho asem nko but we don't need electricity now what the 14% abato so one consider say e ba the price build up of a lorry fare
o na say o can na say o can say
amame kasa
David odike dia o can
allow me
wo the land yeah build meet you
o wie no o say per dollar depreciation into no export price e ko form adia no so se wo hwemu a ye nya hedging
okay
yeah WWO the standard operation mechanism
your friend is saying is it deregulation and deregulation automatic
adjustment formula it's a kadava from a price of fuel conformer and can go make their break even kakra man so as say how conform there ECG car ma bo me de sa de ne black adava for officer wo mu ye week na botre ma me wo mu ye week eti me de 1 CD akoto 1 liter so wo mu fa se tan kokko ECG akrono wo mu bo ho no wo mu fa kokko sa aka
na se nyina to petrol ni bi
na please
na so mo opposition
masa asa me kan to adentina ECG aboka na fuel so na de kwakoto what be that
they said they won't do that
two companies ba ko timi perform one now kwa tax ba ko say or no ni loss so no for be tuama what be that
oh odike one say the argument you are advancing
me pacho I mean come say me we over trase it is how 1 CD on each liter no 4 cedis 50 pesos per gallon auto 10 gallons scope masia 450 and above the count says can we send abandon for so the ba and can service to them mama ya kan kran say nra and na papa otoe so de ne be ko Kwame University and our no fee paying I was so quite a man with makutia 15,000 every semester I was say what G hostel money back say there will be money back can I go do nipa ya ka sama mo ya ka sama e pasum nya hypocrisy no I say give you pen for aban bia ba no na kotena dem se hu se den o mu buga
penyimu bi na ti ha no anya bia penyifo ye bisano
mu musa papa we ma me say eto ma we na o mu nyi ayehye hwa bo se trotro kwa ene se na me makora bi na e hwe trotro be 5 e hwe kai unti gram pinti atete
ebi also ana wa sheda o
da bi wa sheda be da what wo da pa dia sa be sheda da o wa sheda me na say wo se let that city wo mu no wo be wuram na
prophet no nim say we die o ja no kwan ni
nya sa na tie nya de wo kan na city atete
drivers no be your problem
na enadie ni yiba abontene ni nyina wo squeeze wo mu squeeze water out of stone because of politicization abani ni akuti wom woni fi wo nusore eto danya na o se say mo ba me pese na mo de kan ho na wa ba ho to bi ma okobusa wo it's unfair
All right.
Very, very unfair on their side.
Young fast and common and see now, me. Let me be Nani. I'm coming to me. I'm going to see it.
I'm a pomo negotiation. Hamia, communist and commodities.
Oh, sir. But no, Odike, I'm making profound statement. Be said, I been be of a bar, I'm a moon. Omoba. No mashem or shed up from Mumpin for no more than one was saying. Me pato be say, maybe so, maybe so, maybe yes.
Abai baku etwebu.
Yes.
Na me gusu America na me se utwa no me nya kwanya bi na me ne me mpedimfo ene can say you are former finance minister Ufurata and I papa Ufuresia.
Straight question, ya no my
question be a yebisa ne say. Inti aden krantina aban ne ba anye krampo nka auction car bimpo no nko mo mehu se auction car bi si be.
Ba aban bia papa mo benefit. Mpanyifo mo benefit.
Ya benefit show. There be odike mami kebe me ankasa me boss, all right? Me Greater Accra regional chairman.
Yeah.
Minim baby a okoto ni VAT bi papa ne share abrabo ase na enye ne okoto ni VAT bi nkakra
amba mpanyimfo no omo hwe mpanyimfo no
that tempo na ombe national vice
anti aban bia mada ma GPRQ mu mpanyimfo mu benefit free aban ne ho kukuom kakra
there be kukuom nsem ni ho there be I am part of them there be prof here the American nyina ne say benefita kanenu ni yetimi benefit yese bia ombe cars bi ni ye dia ma ya hyenkafo work and pay ni ensu yenye biaji work and pay but as to say ban bi beba say mekukuru car me de ma pani bi ana mekukuru sikapuduo me de ma pani bi da bi o ebi nsi but ye djuma aye ba ye no we send the government of the day, all right? Dia no dike kanyina ne ye nyaaye a enkianka say betimi de ye pe atoto ahyentuabo mu nanka akwa aboa yanka na sese no abeye ade bi a abeye aka say asem bi e da ho ye follow but what I say there was a time I asked this same question, say government on talk bia emfa mai, of course, all right? And say ye tutu planes ikamu a bia nti se negotiation bia akoso no baby a nti ade nti na ye ahyenkafo de bia agise yakwa kotena se akoba ne say timamufo ye passengers no omo ni ano a mu betimi ni yehia ni akase e bia ne ye check ni ama operational cost ya share e can say cost of living ya share car bo ya kika ni ama bo mo 50% ban ni e de abeto passenger he for no kokonya eni ababe kase de be 15 de dosu omunya akwanya eni ye nkasa ena aban ni ba mu say okay now no me na me ba begina mu e de ama timamufo no that is the passengers na BBC mu di BBC ba ye nyina ye bobo hu nkakran ne ade adanu ye koji sa 15% reduction ni they were even saying say checking on how things were going in KNT so 30%, say 30% for what? Yeah, pre ni begina 15%. I remember, you know, there was a day you could propose I think 30%. Yeah, chimwa di go pay Jubilee House. My kasa mi jina mubi. Yeah, papa man.
And you free hono bi bia in fai kakra.
Oh, what dia sadia. What dia mi twa no. E ka nya sadia on. E ka mo union. Mo kra ka mo bubu aba na pre awie. Mo union na so mo solidify mo relationship. Na mo mpeni for na esi nkunya say look, if you like any ababia ni negotiation mo me trans ni nyina yen calculate osaba na komanya standard formula mo de pushy for mo percentage formula standard eti mo ye market survey mo nya mo from say researchers,
okay,
no mo ye survey ni na de niam bo price hike any bibia factor mu ye die modern see ambesi akodem da china no ma se masa ye aduma no say ne de beje aban frame am se aban ye de say ne betimi de age opa for bus be compete here we dey for bus bra ko free market economy ye de say ne pay when ye gia ye so ma betimi akwa abuchi school when ye gia ye so ma bedi ye da ache because them ko woman e ma me mobo eti aban ye se ne pe wuntimi afa basis e be rani wo de basi ba ye ayalola ba anya ye
ese krom ntimi
ba ko na friend MT1 metro mass anya ye state transport mutie ye a transport am no to the 1000 e bomba wo ko kuma say bia 50 e kuma say ba na 50 fra kra ko na ko bomen e ko ba bia amile ba bia transport am na administration is strict no munyam fa so e tie wa na muna saba wa e free 1992 amoba yi why the partisan and mo senya nyina na mo de oha no akogu private entity ono akoto na de e de bank loan akoto se me shaw se for person what be that na wa ba na shaw e to wa na jeja o mo na me de ka me kan bi dia ka ba na no ira sa buy the sky tree and the back ana se o do akobe pon se
ODK me wa to sami ye be jawa mo akọ na entino da be ni yenhwe ni mu ene se de munya nsi gina e bia
mu si gina na mu fa
sabre ya me ne ukase me kase mu nyina me kan se ye nyina ya tena se ehunu se ye wo percentage bi a be da fuel price no so
80% ben
that is 10%.
So say that 8%.
Say 8%.
And she say e ko 10% pair.
10%.
We increase it by half margin no be say.
No dey ye wo team a omo no mo ye survey.
E be ko be 15%.
We mean to me nyina we fidie so nka.
But 30% dey be.
Oh prof men to mon money shimenum na.
No because mu dia omu nyina 10 15 no mo go 20 na aban akase no mo dey about 15 na go 30 mo dey say me hu lie mo lie yin mo be di mo chi ache
omunya hu omu value
odike driver phone ni me value papa ye so obeka ya December 6 2021 prof
what you say mo ka chiro no
manti ogan
they say Fanta unions no
yes mo ko no
president Michelle
na mo Fanta no
mo members no na sofa farmers
na
what's the next so ma dada
sami my inja me David we dey yefensi
yeah me fa ofidi kasi so o ma emu
ma hwe be October na September de mo betu hwebe ye fa say hwebe
ni nyina gina se de aneama ebeko ye bom pa impo se
but mo driver phone bi mu so ho mo ye nipa bonfo tama mo ka say mo nti eyi first so o mo anti so Eastern region complaints basa na mo ba ye hwahan na mo de mo nsa gu mo dem frem na mo ba hwo mo no mo ye de ade ense so
mo me betina wa fidie so ka
yes
emra ne nhihya esesa aban ne digu akwam na anka se de ye nyina enim se LI 2180 a omo ediba say govern your transport system no regulation 121 na say anso bia be transport operator no na say so de ne ho dom eku
one years amla
emra ne pass
oh yeah so na onyante ya
na me pese me no kwa air force
tie me o say
freedom of association.
Yeah, freedom of association, it means that you must associate yourself.
No, but say freedom. You have freedom to join any association.
Or not to.
Or not to. But I'm afraid lawyer be my seeking interpretation.
Enti dia ye kanyina ne se ye hwe se ye bekeka keka niama bom na mre se ne fata se esese ye ba bontene de ahyentuabo ntum eba no ye de beba de bia me de me kan ba bia se ye mpai bone se mponka maniama mra fom na nka ahyentuabo nko ame ye ntoso prof ye tu ahyentuabo so ame de ahyaman na me wo obehwe the number of passengers are enante edeko general hospital ne chese enye 1 week o de get that come invite no abegina na chese udu wani
me before I take your last words o de freedom of association Thierry or say it is the fundamental human right for people to voluntarily form and join groups.
Was it voluntary?
No, ufri upem. And now betimetiku anas obedjon of their own choosing to pursue their common interest without government interference or fear of reprisal. And freedom of association. I was all joint association. Me. no. Na me journalist o. Journalist.
Me ko bia.
Onye ko bia.
No. I am right.
Na juma be na we.
Me a businessman.
We are business. Who can go down?
No.
And now we are from so.
I don't join my.
Because you have to join an association.
Why?
You have to join it.
Voluntarily. Where do you want Diana? Voluntarily.
Voluntarily, no. A qualified so for me, and now be joining group.
No.
A qualified so for me, and now be joining group. That is what it says.
That's how they can. Or see.
Or the game fan company.
That's
Video of I'm in dance so by Samuel. I want I'm dancing so by Yabishra.
I'm Uncle Domku.
Or there be or Charles said, there be or Charles said, one cassa through Pim, Nako Jonku and Atiku.
What's a wolf? A quo, Ubatico being show.
Bisha we Krubia or Bunu is regional. But as a Sammy, you better ask so by. But Bibito from there, I am my assent. Why? Yamisha. But I was all doing good out. Businessman, I won't do. Oh, the game because Kumase, we shall be Namita to a deal.
Because this cash it could be a bit of mammy. Adam kwa jiba
ai same ombeso betubule ombeso makansem but who nim say mo betu October ya mate no mathematics also akache mo abonte also
tie for just be metamo mo furu so but
David say the ogano me trotro me furu ba o odike me furu trotro na adibi koso ewo eya mo ja mo fre same mame adibi ekoso won kran ha ye huni ye nka ho asama se ubefa trotro every eye domi ha uko eye nkran ufuru ya obeje achimota fe ukodu achimota mutika no mo no start pai oh sake ufuru utika no mo na ka no mo timu de da no wasa age musika ukodu sekela mo do second no mo ko akra o no mo sa ba akra ati before I do ko do bra no bra before no there be no but 1 minute why 1 minute so but 1 minute
that's the essence of free market economy
the essence of free market oh the I don't know for the money is
I don't know for
the
minister no onko trotro station no fa achimota eyin ko hwe ni mu se wo utu ye wo kwa achimota na driver no nyabotre ne tie me na driver no ni nyansem no hu se won ko do achimota na mo so onye 30 series no entimi ma na cover na expenditure dis say dia mo shebe dia me so me issue adone me ko
no but I very serious no only kid that no force and no force and
okay so ko 37 no
yeah
wa ni 37 fair
37 no
37 fair
there be me kwa akra me kwa akra
and one of
the kwa akra
see me answer can you akra na ba chimota o general say yes 37 am we ma what do 37 what we contract and was musi ya kan ya ne dia
yensi yeti kanum na be yeti kanum
me see
on tiasempu and he's responding to it so let's address it to the man
me tiase
your kind won tiase
odike asam na me kan no
media and the best was ko 37
yeah
and wa be fro ma do 37
dey be on case ko 37 no ye nyina anim se car no station car elodu akọ eya akra
na do 37 wajo achen water ska ya mo me kan no cry ba ko pe
odike
can ya dia no Mr. Connect destination etiana meko and no pai ho and also say sir is in line with baby awokro
that is not the issue
me sa tot na wadama fo ne bubu no omunyai because sebemi wo eye domi ha na me faka akonkran a wonim se kai kiane kin akonkran utire mu ozo achimota o station ubukoko do achimota o station no na ati ho no asaka seke wo da so tikere mu no asaje 5 cities ukodu seke roso no asa start agra etu betua first 3 times I don't know where sir
prof sadie we yo ho esubetimi atwa reminya course free Kumasi ni other areas even Ashaiman is going
no sadie na munyai
meba prof sadie we etubetimi atwa ho ya na me ka say aban ne momoden a na the implementation and enforcement of LI 2180 regulation 121
yeah
omonyima enye adwuma na omforce drivers ni nyina enka unions ho because mostly ya na de e ka kire passenger for ne say ofuka bi na se ode ofa sa kwan ne so pick number no na fabra yemfa nse bia ofa aka ne se wo konsawoma na nkwa consum station now the car number because we as union no ye the sanctions pa emma drivers are
yes sir enti me de obi ba no GPRT o kamuko
GPRT ni ehunu ne branch ni station because ye the letters are all over ye branches
so munya is ade
omudi se adwuma ne kase eye omo ni station bia
wa for
yes sanka bani timi ehye sa mra no ohye mu kena na drivers ni nyina either they form a union
or they join an association
sir and kebeba ne say ye hu ka no maso so enso ye check here no owo ashama traffic light samolamo ani station quickly ni afre no denti ene ya ka
ba munim say munso driver unions no ebebe atwemu no cars ewo under your jurisdiction so cars no nyina mutimu di moyi e de fam ho e bia GPRTU na fam car ho protoa e fam ho but I say you stickers no ewe
oh yeah pa
dem mudi ehwamo GPRTU
yeah
mudi ehwamo
see prof sadia woken yeah papa
that's say ewe he
ya munso ayehunu say omonye no
sami mesro say next week mesro producer we dem mesro next week patcho masamembra one on one
on this very issue
on this very issue huh odike mama me da say uda sami yemfenti me da say ya be sure ya oh for God and country ya dream man ho sompa
o man ho yeah architecture na dey o man the model of governance em ya sim bush man fa bia man next week
oh so last wo the book ni by my edi hu komo kakra wo ka say obeche me ba kakra mama kan
twin hu free no responsibilities be ho because public transport ehun ya pass aban yesu swa no me ofo kwakwa wu akokofo omrayim mi fikumase komrayim western region me da bed so e wo trem me da bed so wo trem ye 9 pm ebo 3:30 ni adumrayim e gina obo ase no nyina kumase ukọ railway station saa time na de ekọ Accra de ekọ Takoradi de ekọ obo ase train no etutu saa ene one ground ni nyina because umusa papa bi kwa akotoka efra buchiraba ama ban ashere ebo awonye.
All right, Jody, but I mean, I think your point is well made. The
government transport. Yes, you sorry. Titima, what's that? Obia kuta graphic. No mushe chase. We can check me up. Damkofuya be on. Car with the Wems on school me, I want to menfo. I don't say Kobasia.
Or they get, I'm saying, Koboy, me way deeper, but who say? Mini asefa oboso kwem da bi do betrase because there is an issue bi a ebedi hu komo and also I know say war inside pa and you know this transport issue no mamema holali me wa kwa ba say NDC asamatomo na ato o mamu ni nyina so enya asem ketua ntiminim say nde de on pese obekasa bebre ana obekasa
yeah, I have a vacuum so na minchia SOMPA for in anyway. The union this is for what don't come persuasion. And condolences to the families of Imianoma Omokoka helicopter crash. I mean it's very sad story. I know program so.
Now program so now.
Yeah, I had.
You had the information
session. No, to me few now. I think I came straight home. I had a few other errands to do. Before to Hoka Crab for some time. By the time I came back to check, several missed calls. And I saw the messages and all those kind of things, and we saw what happened. Especially with the money, I met him the first time during the CJ Sabekaya.
Yeah. Okay.
he was supposed to address one of the, Michiano Teachers Hall for the first time. Then he had just exited the MPP not too long, and was joining the movement, for CJ. So it was from that point that we all saw his, involvement in the politics of the NDC, especially. I mean, it is painful, but yeah.
Very, very painful. Very, very painful. Now, I don't want you to. Well, yes, switch it because when who say you are being too moody and it's not good for your health. I mean, can't you know? So what I say, that is not good for your health. Cheer up. Yeah, some me. But Ukra me himself only nom anka yes anka bananka watumka. Yes, that's for that one day. I can trust only but only me the anka watumka. But the transport issue yeah can was say me.
Definitely. I mean, these things are a matter of the Bayameka say or mine here the Mra. Nya Jatum Zemra, near the Betty May. In a way that you called back Sammy to come and give clarity. Sana there's an Emra. I expect I am faso and for Juma. As Ashenka 4 and all those kind of things. Now you are required to join a union. Freedom of association and say in a society where there are no regulations, there'll be chaos. There will be chaos. I can give an example. Instead of Okada for the NDC government. No, I'm saying that the NDC. In our manifesto, we have stated very clearly that we are going to legalize and regularize the activities.
But watch it.
And
watch it.
6 months.
Not 6 months. Watch it.
We have a 4.
No, but watch it.
We have a 4-year.
Because they mu kan ye ne de. Ah, Okada for ko to abama mo pa de. Menu san ka mo ba e dia ka mo
we have a 4-year mandate. So that you're able to regulate people's activities.
Because not to cutting, Okada issue now raise Well, you and I know say a pony and nam kwano so kwa. And Rabisa anka Okada be the bombe. Baby omo nam no.
So the baba umpo. Ujina BCC and how do you even know that person is a commercial, a bike driver? How will you know? Now they'll be one to legalize their operations. And this I know who say Okada and Nama or send a vest and our beeps or
whatever. What the traffic regulations? So traffic change in the air quash. Almost hydrogen power.
GPR phones me, and then the other one, councillors.
Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council.
Are they having difficulties understanding their rules or something? Or my woman, sorry, you said by heart is how.
Then on one.
She will be beyond. Some no catch will say. Before prices or fares are reviewed, whether upwards or downwards, all the driver unions and all those ones, they are only in our movement. And once, Yagaso a bonny epidacosro, and I yet Yabafo. Now, so mutu on your own. Watch your cataba. See you to do fair. That is a rogue behavior. It is a reckless behavior. Why? We don't have relatives who are into transport business. One is the driver for us. But on Monday, the man that it's here. There will be chaos. It's we must always hold ourselves accountable to the law. It cannot be possible like that. It is us buying we must be condemned. And I'm happy, I'm accepted. COPEC was on standby.
Yeah, COPEC was
waiting on standby. To take legal actions.
Yeah, almost statement.
And that is the way to go. In fact, so mine when yes, a Presbyterian book and the book. I
Catholic him now, they want farmer.
I say wait and the boy my hubra. And if you are allowed to do whatever you wish, There will be chaos.
So
for me, I'm excited. I said, I know they've been spoken to.
Yeah.
Not so. I mean, they have to even get to this point. Very embarrassing on their part, but all good. We've been told that there are certain, stats that must reveal themselves. I didn't say I'm 8%. A do 10 na, I bet nasi. And we have been told, I mean, now lifestyles and other things must be considered in price build-up. I mean, like how?
No, what did ODK relate to lifestyle?
SOMPA FM.
Kwandi opese utu. Ubabi opese oko school be wa baby. How do you compute all these things into a business? Upon which you would want to review first to reflect.
But of course, yes. Who your business? Are you look for profit? And profit, and then already live those lifestyle. And of course, yes. In fact, something no did. And who did you now? For so be mama won't me here on my school. Now won't me and Casa also won't me fancy and baby and now. So ODK was right in saying that. Yes.
Oh, teachers are money now. Abo anu bede. Edi aba be si ye kaso amanye.
Adwuma na wo ye ne ye pia obuso me kana. Saa boso me kana edi pia no. Enye bia na odi sidan. Enye bia na odi hwe on school. Enti driver ni na ono so ye adwuma. Onso no timi nya mfa so a odi be esa.
Enti teacher ni so onso wa ma 5 meboa.
Yes.
Enti onko GS no onko che GS say aketua odi ma obi a wa wo 2 no. Me to me by 5 because me won't qualify.
All right, Mami Nas.
How do we arrive at anything when we,
All right, so thank you so much. Mami go Sefa. Sefa.
Yeah.
Akwa baby.
Prof. Cha for ne. For nyina hope so be a ho ye.
Yeah, for that say. For you. So that wo de oba eye e mana. Facebook, your Facebook what? Obako abaso boni nyina e ma Sefa. That's on the lighter side. We've actually right.
Oh, say a byway dear, Ubienim say Adane 419, it be say QNet, newest, QNet government.
But you don't have any basis to support it.
What are the basis? What are the basis? You know, my pharmacy.
Yeah,
but talking about transport, transport issue, no. To me, nia meme kaipa ye nada bia omode wo aban nim so ode D levy ebe ba no pe no omo sheda tricky ono no omo hia omo push omo nsa ena omo ema omo ete transport fare ne so 15% meboa within a short time omo yes 15% in year na D levy no overnight normally D levy buy so
SOMPA FM
your friend is saying say no petrol prices ya enim nyame adaroma we share world market if in a number so ABC that time no na bafom call from about 80 cedis about do 62 or so at the time entina petrol bafom and a dollar non so ayeden akofom kakra at that time but yes amre no ena omo because the way I almost set the price no ekofom one petrol ne other cost no ekofom one na drivers no a benefit kakra so ena cost so a na are omo nso kakra enti time a ade no ba for mo I was omo benefit no ena omo choki omo e dey 15% reduction ne buy and then knowing very well be a sure pass na buy ni nim say omo the D levy ni e dey e beba into drivers no me sure so omo nya happy they are not happy out there but having said that me nyina yenim there's the issue of ownership no omo use omo dwetre and the acquire business. And it's very important say private sector business is monetary because a yes private enterprise no and a more mine itmi economy ultimately. Now more can prof can be about a then a factories baby near day. Me to me yes diversity abemu and the way our PNDC 4-year diversity channel me kaipa diversity implementation committee.
Sure, I remember.
Yes, because, you know, I'm 51. And I remember how I know tone government, public companies, na time. PNDC tone government companies than any other NDC betwaso.
And I'm so bad motoaso.
Oh, I'm touching by far. And I oh my idea. Oh my no do my Ghana Telecom now Ghana Telecom is one of the biggest success stories. So we the history because I'm in the telecom industry. And if you know how an industry no say Kufo the men touch Kufo, great president. And
Kufo was a great president.
Of course.
Nanado they don't great.
But me pacho me assembly make President Kufo assembly.
I'm only doing relations.
No, don't go there. Me pacho. I am talking about President Pacho. Chief. President Kufo nananso ababe na adwuma pa. But President Kufo asem any Mr.
All right.
President Kufo the Ghana Telecom decentralization by no. And that time minua na ukoye phone caller just a ye arrangement me wofa no Canada me ye arrangement time a be frɛ no ene no wakɔ na ya connect you na ya frama na one na kasa. Since that time, look at one of the biggest industries telecom industry. Our taxes almost any and we need more of that to build our country. Okay,
so wrap up on the transport issue.
We care about balancing private enterprise with the public interest. And public interest, very important because consumers no tua first no. And they say krum ha obi anim say skani krum ha. Obi anim. Liquidity has been a problem. Exchange rate yen share gold purchasing program or mobile or moje ho nchia ne ade nyina. O masaya ye ne basa whereby they set a rate out crown so you cannot get the dollar and what to be. So artificial rate, yes. And you know, bottom line is in the American scene say,
yeah, you know, form.
Government, SEC,
drivers,
my 419 kakra.
Now some more pension, no more a friend is saying,
Siama. Toto free bianco more and nada almost sour. Now yet passing levy cry take how many months? As I need me, almost overnight. It's almost numbers. Ain't normal you soon numbers no. Almost more tisu ya no more day.
Mammy now say, Mammy now this and Susan Sony in a bar. Mammy now say, I'm in ODK and Jane. ODK Nanwada Ghana ha the cocoa industry. Led by Yankase Edwina, former presenter now Metro TV. Good morning, Ghana. Randy Abbey, the new producer price of cocoa ababe tuja. Price never tuja no. Idea equiafo no do na ye ni on kasai no. Ase womo eni enje ho. But we hwe mu aban no so de bana. Omo so person mo chire mu se omo so omo abomoding pa. Me say conversation dey there. Weti nkomo ibeto odwae wo odike sen na hu no
the kind no it is what it is. You see bibian ko papa Kenya gr Abawe led by Eric Opoku, I listened to him very clearly when they were in opposition social contract say e bona bane tono Umubumu kwasia. I was say anye ye kura ye 6,000 per bag. Now, say CA cocoa share world market price for cocoa. Bojibra.
who can because I
a course on. Say, oh, your campaign. Na asema obekano. Unya 2 minutes na besesa no a. Ha adwene yi pa.
All right.
Say less than 200 Ghana. And omedi atoso.
I think it's about 128, eh?
Yeah. 128.
SOMPA FM.
And social world market price. Not time omujan or Edma promise. Say omo per their calculation. Make my milk 466,000. Say me na me ya ban am pese me honest to the people. And 6,000 can be more than a or cocoa it may be near $1,700 per metric ton. You know, can say, and I'm 3,200 thereabout.
No, 3,100.
Fine.
Sure.
And we have differentials now, very huge in terms of dollar. Minua. Ani a $1 ko from na dollar ba so amementi ase. Gita menti ase ni say. Ebra na dollar yewra mama ebe ko e fra kunwa so the first 10 ano. Na dollar 4 cedis 30 something pesos. At that time, so prevailing prices any now. Once a dollar no the performance no and a commodity price build up Ghana. Dollar rate play as a minute role. Because just a lending rate, a policy rate of Bank of Ghana at 23%. At commercial banks not the 10% crack on one, a quarter 33%. It yana mean Busan say it could be quite a bank low at this rate of 33%. No, they are abroad for the whole year. And you're revolving, and yet idea revolving. No, scanner is stuck. Oh, cocoa phone. It will be a scar. I just have my better. Do they factor the 33% lending rate? And obviously, when you first car when the abroad phone. Now, only the price of world market, free on board price.
FOB price.
Near the American. And there been a call the price build up and the cost input will be able to be obey. The input it is what foreigners who make now obien what bakroma beka say me ba 100 land dia do cocoa. These are areas I'm better me twe aban adwin say Anyama edi akuafonya amata kwame dan no mutitimu nkurase a no obi onu do kokko ofuo ubekọ nkuro nketo mo bienu a na setram ya papa obieni ho ba esusa no na 1 ton of cocoa na unya abion brand new
mususa no
yes papa bi na friend ya wo now what koko ofri twetwere otimi kan koko no ko CFA akwaje brand new Benz and abutu skara kodi politicians ukoko moda private cars some we are no you be shocked of your life
odikisa
ma onko fonko the free Monday
no monko fa videos na mre
onko fa videos no do pra okra akwa no ka o use eche wa yembe show
cocoa board
go there and see find yourself
ekwiafo no mo de cocoa ne de ba de o ma setere
mo we sanya ma we mo na wo se mo twa ban you better do this is we politics by I can the reality me ye odo anyo odo me mfa ho dem ya father say wa airline na a instrument of a constitution no is it cast in concrete and stones any pa na sha emra na se emra ni kutia ya we say emra ti no man kan ho asem I said my friend can Babana Republic crown to me Casa. Etinema bebre wa so constitution kwa na di enya na constitution is a living document. It grows with time. If you enko ya can na man for adwene ba so then we find a way of making things right. Kwenia do the whole year. We cry the whole year benya 4 bucks. Misuko kro kitomo. Ye Fred Busia bi abada to.
SOMPA
FM. 4 bucks no tie no tiwie ya obi ni na dia no se wo so also pe Busia dia kokoko no mema 1,500 per bag and 2,500. No a discount. What you cocoa na not 1 bag am no so dia kwaji sister but dia kwaji and I said 3,000 say.
Daddy.
Cocoa bag
3,200.
3,228.
To o man be 1,500. O man baby ajeje bo sia ho o mdom cocoa fu ajeje asisi awowa. Awoje o mom nya agro. Na fe CEO for no. CEO no get 1.6 billion. Let's just say 160,000 a month.
Now Safi guy who could free.
Check away, Coco Board. Now, answer allowances about. Ukowa 40 allowances. And we at Amir. And a cocoa industry. We are need to do us. Mama Bramos and to be a Basagaram say, Obama cash 2,200,000. I am meaning to cocoa. And
I say cocoa, cran me, me, to Magana buying me the book.
Maybe, Papa, you are better TV3. No, me, was a main freeze at me, ye cocoa food. Mataka me dying. I want a bit fear the beer. Now I'm going to say for Barbie G's come, my sister broke me them. I'm in what on me. It did I say. Government in Kra will make cocoa producing for me back. Na yamabo papa no ma add value yet ya can cocoa syndicated loan yesu sade ni ho and then this near people at the start number it will make kwajebo se dia no ho the moment me to boom
and even as we speak right answer na MPP efia bem kra no over 330,000 tons omo this year wa for $2,600
what somebody before we do anymore. No man acquiring. Meanwhile, Susan, now a consortium of banks, local banks in the cocoa. It's why September was this come
Abba system.
Yes, cocoa scabo.
Oh,
Cronunti, SOMPA, and don't pick up what you was snack. A job local banks, no
Chrono Wimo.
MPP and DC. No more quadruple, no more discounting in advance. No more the bottom of the bank, no more the top treasure bill. A discounting by April. Cocoa's card, money be October. In between, no almost had this kind of business. No more transit sitting in bed depreciating. Command now for price. They depreciating and no more make profit against a craft.
Okay, my ODK be that say. My member Sifa. What's here ODK argument no advance or some more a manual for. Muna moma cocoa equiafo every.
Yes.
Prof.
Yeah.
Me sa cocoa seminal in history ni dia me ni history na
ODKD man
and I mean to me comment on some of those say but there is no question say and you might be more ya take ya retrogressive
ya
baechi
oh baby
ujitum say mo amanyoko no su ka ho
I mean and mostly na yeah the other amanyoko no and omo yes no omo chief no cry no dabi difference wo mu pa because much of me odike me patch open ikesi e mesra wo so because me so me the many who sleeper trains ni bi
yeah
yes nkoko.
Oh, now make me my full slipper that from Kumasi to Takra.
So and Nanado is the only president that was signed edit trains na SIM.
Ah, na electric train say je di bidiogum.
So wo air build it.
Je di bidiogum na say electric.
Oh, wodike.
Oh, but say nko the sky train ba.
and yes, sky training kwa empakadan any port one crap port all building here
diesel power
so mpacho wo enye new because amanyo na eba eni nyina eko na eba bedi aban so emu ahe no mutumi ye bibi about it nana and I shall say you know about trains almost railway almost building and ebi ni nana it's the only president in recent history that was
okay, so back to the cocoa issue.
So I'm just saying say and there might be retrogressive. But having said that, no, abaye twemu oni akuafo no na woni womu movie in the right direction. So utimu say enkoso bebre eba kuayonim any cocoa farming no in many ways. At the time abaye free hono na the pension scheme ayeden aba. And so and not only that there were subsidization nso ana ekoso on the
pension scheme na buy how does it work revenue buy what are remember that one a guy this a pension scheme na
almost
we need to know you should be guided an act
me ba
so pension there
right I will look for more details for you but I know, sir, the pension scheme was brought back.
So, for our pension.
Me say, and no, dear, measure you how far, almost but that was brought back. Oh my, almost the abba. Oh my chassis.
It will not and I told the time.
Until my Bisano.
Okay. I'll get back to you.
All right.
But maybe share other benefits and they fertilizer say even though any free but it was subsidized. So say I know for instance say the former PRO for Cocoa Board had mentioned say as at the time now buying any fish the price for fertilizer was about 400 and omotoma farmers at 80 cedis per so and these were all done with clear cut policies to it, co-payments to make sure also say because they found out say no the free na misuse yeden ebem enunti no more establish a certain minimum amount of money but you could appreciate say will be eto adie 400 no the amount 80 and that is what is ye.
Okay, so let me help you. Let me help you with the cocoa pension.
Sure.
The cocoa pension scheme officially, the cocoa farmers pension scheme is a Ghanaian initiative launched on December 1st, 2020 by President Akufo-Addo to provide retirement income security for cocoa farmers in the country.
Sure.
And that's it.
Okay. And Namika said,
but as to the operationalization of it, it's also another problem.
We will look at that.
Sure.
But the point I was trying to make is say there were all these benefits, and on top of it, so cocoa price, the farmers, increased significantly in that government. I believe, say, by the time the previous government in Ifiso and Sananana government in Ebano, now cocoa per bag was less than 500 cedis. So it was less than 500 cedis.
In terms of CD dollar ratio, what kind of say? Because now dollar is 17 cedis. And what it means in the sense
that dollar those times
at that time it was for something.
All time higher 17 cedis. It is a $300 per bag. Now say cedi need depreciate here. The value in cedi and yet the same.
Sure.
It is true. I
can explain that. Until your is in 500 cry. Now cedi need best 4 cedis to the dollar at the time. I think we can all appreciate. So let's say 4, and it was 500 cedis. At the time, our government in Ifiso no ni could do 3,100.
Sure.
And now, a buy no catch a Quiafuina, and at that time, it was comparable to say Ivory Coast, no day. It was all meant to reduce smuggling, no all those things. Na Quiafunia Japan. And NDC for a chassis politics as usual. A catcher Quiafu say, and maybe dear, people are using 6,000. Me, I use 6,500. Because I just sent a video to. But the NDC also argue that but officially it is not in their manifesto.
Shadow minister for
finance minister
no less than any other person. And Mamusa NDC for the letter be disassociated themselves from it.
There be.
You know, and
but I say no, NDC for no only dim command ra. But what I mean in the shower, it tells me say it is not their campaign promise in their manifesto.
Oh, chief, almost the year politics. I mean can't say manifesto.
Almost the year manual
almost the year campaign. So I say platforms. I the video. I send it via my producer.
Me who videos?
So I was 6,500 to 7,000. So even though eventually could rule time or more vetting or say 6,000. 18 in the public brain use 6,000. We check calculation in near minority. I know I'm a reporter, I'm a from minority. Say, who bet me a calculation and yeah, any mathematics. But the minimum I was say and comedy mark for under almost any you say it's any I know the cake cannot sometimes I also heard dollar no which is CD no near day under all circumstances the minimum even with the dollar appreciation even dollar year rate year ukwa winya dollar enton crowd you they should not give the farmers less than 3,718 according to the minority. Other calculations exist. Me, I used near street price of the dollar, and the street price to me is about 12.5.
When do 12.5?
Business
people. 11. And 1190.
Okay.
1190.
Yeah.
China close to 12.
1190.
Or you can even call it 12. So who check the real value of the dollar out there,
which is better than your time.
Fine. But the and yeah, sir, and she and
started 4:30.
So, but sorry,
I know the could do say.
All corner. It could do 70 all cockrad
14 something.
1475.
Openi intimidate manusin. Ya make can say Quiafuo no senior na odike kan. Ebi mu kra me show say ebi mu e say ye omo budget. So ebi akwa plan because one of
baba unjini say the friend say CD na nya hode na dollar enimegu asenti no. E no ntina I said the omunya ye
eno no omo kan nti e ho na me de manu. E ho na me de manu si.
Okay, fine see.
Say omo na promising crofo a che Ghana for ani Quiafuo especially. So ti as Quiafuo na nkasa already no omo ebre. So almost says we no say Kwadwuma no din scanso nim enti wakwa
yenesi from mamina
obema omo at least 6,000 is 6,500 be 7,000 enti wo corner se busia bi kra na okoba ubegye di say there aban badia I hear crowd to amano because of sa promise utuma no wie obadia ene obeden obeba na waba bedina ne boshes meboa. After all that, calculation, I see a $15 no crash still and almost see almost by hundreds and hundreds of cities. On top of it, and this is not even looking at the fact to say, your friend is saying the price on the world market, as I so, and no cry and share you.
Is it about 9,002 or 9,000?
It's around 8,000. Well, I have it here as 8,211.
I think it's about 9,002.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interbank rate.
There be no. We are talking about the cocoa price, world market price. It's about 9,000 to.
But FOB no.
FOB is 7,200.
Okay.
7,200. Hey, I don't go quite now. Come camera be part 29, 23,
and 32. Oma promise a minimum of about 2,900 more, and Oma mom 128 cities. To go quite careful. One more sempa.
Mammy was semba. And the more position for one more you sumo formula. A standard formula say. Yamfa take 6,020. The standard formula can you consume 3,700. Yes, sir.
That's what minority kind 3,718. Even
Emma 3,128
in exchange rate now caso factor and it's still
calculation of minority in here meaning say which me exact calculation is
sorry me tie
yeah Walali get you
calculation won't enter because it is voodoo calculation.
Voodoo calculation. The kind of voodoo calculation I say.
My bomb ceremony I'm okay can be okay. I'm okay can figure now.
Voodoo ya bro. Voodoo ya juju.
There be na so do I'm going to need to here. Voodoo.
They are just contouring figures and throwing them about anyhow.
All right.
Now let's put this on record. About anything can be see about paying more. We are going to offer farmers 6,000.
No, but no, Walali. This part, you don't have to even. I deal with that. You don't even have to make that statement. Because Eric Opoku, finance minister, after forcing.
I watch him on TV.
Now what are you talking about?
Videos.
They are the big wigs within the party, and they mount political platform. Use this thing for campaign, and you tell us that you never campaign.
FOBs are set based on certain parameters.
Yes, I know.
And it is dynamic, it is not static.
Sure.
So there is no way anybody can tell you, say, me buy 6,000. Let me have my say. Per the logic of the MPP. Let's just say in the entire 4 years I in this bet now every cocoa season, you buy 6,000. Whether a pija and a bathroom. Is that the logic? If you are saying that is the promise, then I'm saying that in the next 4 years, I feel be at 6,000.
Because mobile.
So I'm telling you how. Oh, please, I'm telling you how ridiculous their claims are, and I'm establishing to you that the NDC could not have made any such promise because I feel every year, every season, FOB is determined by parameters. And we have weighted averages of all the figures. Why? Exchange rate differentials is essential to setting of FOBs, and it is not static because it moves. And then maybe at that 12, actually at that 13, at that 14, you do a weighted average, so that by the time you are setting the FOB, now they are better to say I feel we the rate we see and echo. That is advanced by the central bank because he sets the rates. And then Cocoa Board will take it, finance ministry, they will take that and calculate whatever they are going to give farmers within the year. And don't remember, Tina Hanka says, I didn't call 12. Meanwhile, the season is opening. Actually, the season is opening tomorrow. In Tiempa and net 12, until 1 week later, while the season is already open, I talk Cocoa. I could do 15 and yes, I pay 15. Who does that? So I am telling you, it is not on record anywhere, and it will not even make sense. What do mean is that 6,000 throughout the next 4 years.
So if you tell me that it doesn't make sense, and then Fred is saying, the now finance minister, Honorable Kesela to Forsen, and then Agric minister. You want to say that in some normal kind of it didn't make sense then? It didn't make sense then?
You see, the FOB.
No, what you have said.
Let me explain.
They didn't make sense then.
What was the FOB then? What was the exchange rate, the differentials at the time?
Well, the FOB for the 2024-25 cocoa season was $4,850 per ton.
Now do the math with the 16. So they were shortchanging the farmers. Until the finance minister by and massa.
you are making gains. You should at least give them 7. You know, there's a limit. There's a lower and then the upper ceiling. The lower is the 60%, upper is 70%.
70%.
The rates they were giving the farmers before they left government was 63%.
63.9%.
Exactly.
FOB.
And that's why the NDC said that, Massa, baby, I didn't know to see in a bono cost.
And Timothy Beko 70%.
Give them the upper limit, which is 70%, which would have been the 6,000 we're talking about.
But
mathematics.
But some basic
simple arithmetic.
Some basic no, let me put it. Some basic mathematics now all count.
Yes.
At the end of the day, no, share be okay. Any bottom saying about account. But that is the argument.
They cost 7,000 something now.
Yes.
7,200.
4,000 something to
7,200.
Yes.
The increment about it.
But what is going to determine?
It increment in way. It is not in the pocket of the Kenyan.
Prof. That's what we said, that the exchange rates differentials determines what goes into the pocket of the farmer. If what they were given as FOB before they left at 16 is what you multiply BS with, yet then you multiply it by 10, will you get the same value? Will you get the same value? You will not. But it does not mean that the farmer today is worse off. Do you know why? Because everything is following that trend of CD now against the dollar from 16 to 10. Everything is following that trend.
Things like what?
So the farm, you see, and then Michelle B, and he did a very basic calculation for me. Offer button back one. The value, now we are talking about value. We are no longer talking about the nominal figures. We are talking about the value of the currency you are holding now. In terms of their buying, Eddie is here, and then let me put it on record. What they are receiving today is 70%. Yes, 63 now at the time. So we have established and made a promise to Ghanaians that we will do 70%, and we have done exactly that. And on chain, once everything is following value, it is a what on the back on a buying Emma Coco, if you had anything.
5,000 basic economics. In terms of tonnage, you know.
Yes.
$5,040 per ton. And you know, so person who the order more in dollars, me patch on me back. Person who the order more in dollars on a bagger. Now we divide it $5,040, you know, by 16. Good. Then you get the dollars to do our
explanation is good, but that's where I'm going.
But why?
I'm talking about the value of the money. It is here no cocoa bottle back on sika sing and buying them out. Or the man also this sika na dey na ultimately top it's called cocoa economics. In the past, when you me the roofing sheets, cement to do then with media top and all that. We are saying as at the time that Erikopoku era, any finance minister Eka said give the people 6,000. It was justified because of the exchange rate differentials. That's one. And then the FOB at the time. As we speak now, what is the exchange rate differential and what is the FOB?
FOB
were they done on the weighted averages?
Almost double. Good FOB. It's almost double on international market.
But you see, that's why I said that the value is established by weighted averages. In the end, me say, meanwhile, those things could vary along the line. Once they are varying, the cocoa season is not in saying dynamics. You set the price. That's why we have to produce a price. You set the price at a certain point. Once it is at that point, and then the running season, into to me, say, dollar pager, FOB, pager, on the market and all that. That's why before the season starts, all those things are set. No, season we want to say near common. These are the rates we are going to. You've done your weighted averages and all that. You have taken into consideration your exchange rate differentials. No set by the Bank of Ghana. Now, you see, once you say you 10.5 and 11 and you in this cocoa season. And also, a banner say the farmer now. You know the value you are giving them. But I'm saying that you were supposed to give them 70% on the maximum. You did not. You gave them 63%. We have given them 70% based on everything that has been taken into consideration. So we have given a promise and we have fulfilled that promise. And we are going to continue. fertilizer na yedi ja omo na ye wo senka omo de mai kuafo no free no a omo ton ye no ya san ba ye de mo free prof edi 100 acres and hectares na says emre na omo ton fertilizers no and you did not sell it for 80 Ghana cedis. It was subsidized to about half the price. So say maybe 100 acres no makes me out of fertilizer 50 bucks for only 50 acres. Am I not going to experience low yields? And will it not affect the eventual season that we are going to have? Bravo, yeah, boy, no.
SOMPA FM.
On the 300 and some over 300,000 tons, Eddie will see our waji who sked here. Now we are having to pay through premium. At the time, what did you 2,000 BB? Today, what are we going to pay with? 100,000 net wage, How are we going to pay it? It is coming at a premium cost to us because of their recklessness. Jute sacks are moving here. No matter what, meanwhile, you can't move niska. Cocoa roads give out contracts just like that. You know very well that you are burdened with cash. When Jaka is in chain, we have transferred all those liabilities to the Ministry for Roads and Highways. Then they can focus on their main duties: free spraying, free hand pollination, and all those kind of things. Indeed, we have even established scholarship for tertiary education for farmers. Will be in a very, very comfortable position.
But you see,
and then finally, they are not in a comfortable position. What's it?
They are not in a comfortable
We've given them 70%, which is the premium.
Because
maximum is the
70%. But when ninja.
And I'm saying, when nada bien.
But when ninja.
When everything we are experiencing now reflects, goes down. Nyama boba forma the origin anything I make say economics. Cement bottle doesn't nothing be talk. That's where you experience the.
All right, maybe that's it. SOMPA 106.5 FM for God and country. Befa some few calls 0260 196064 0260 196065 0260 196064 0260 196065. Obetimi afre na do adwenkyere abebo adwumadi no. But of course, yes, we want to say a big thank you to our senior man ODK. ODK, yeah, that's it. Yamin sure. But manager hopa. I want to have you more often. ODK.
You see,
aye. Obaso kebiara. Aye, twaso. Time aso. But say, we are dream say. Oh, by ebio ababejina say beto ababa wasa mampenya me na me campaign
2028
ujirem
so nyankopon amma na atodrenchen BNC na me ho ode a no alliance ODK will be on the ballot box.
Me pacho usi den asem I want you to repeat.
No alliance.
Obi beka say repeat it again and you say tautology. What's it 2028 then?
ODK will be on the ballot sheet. God willing.
Na unyo amanyo ku bia so nko.
Obi baba dia na omo be kame me.
Alliance won fa ho kodo. MPP and INDC dio. But 2028
they dey over. What say?
2028 over.
Oh sure.
Okay. As an independent candidate.
Aye.
Okay.
Only independent candidate. Partisanship no. Edwo man ko de chibebre. You be analyze it.
Next week my
multi-party democracy. Baby free. Africa could be
next week. Thank you so much for coming. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. All right, okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Minian. That's the thing.
Me pacho be hoye pa, pacho wana me ne din komwe.
Paul, me was St. John's.
Paul, okay, but that's it. You.
Kakra I can say. And this you know. Enemy and the penny enemy. Yes, they can say me trebi dance here. I say, Omubu mana enye. Hello. Hello.
Pacho me tell Paul.
Aha. And this you know me panic. No one could bo abanda da me go ya pamo omu free so no. no more. No one be a kind of a so much for boom mine. So we could use the can with you. You are buying with a purpose and with you. Naturally, as a minor muntimi, as a diomo, that an iron. A boromo so a muntimi, Yahoshi. Mamu Mohobium. That's a minor bono, Mubetimia, Mumu Mayan. The muntimia, Munkadia Mokana, the Mokan and Papa Mukra. To be a disika, you wouldn't say what disika, and I have to abandon to know. No Mumaba and Kobohobium. Hello,
good evening.
Hello, Chairman.
Yeah, me pacho wana menene kasi.
Nana mankwe ni o Ashalaja.
Nana mankwe Ashalaja, pacho apopiti saying.
Minia, me hoye pa, na musu hoye de.
Adumpa yeti.
Asama to Ghana fo.
Oh, sakebio.
Yesu Ukraine. Oh. Na me hu ye mobo na mfa empanyimfu ekransi ko pe bibia bedi ene mbe de na nam ko ye adwuma mo me ye o eni akwakoduru
oh
o mini a ne akwani se o ma ne nyina ese e kabom ko he ne bia se ko no aga na da me ka kire wo se ade e mo man ko se democracy engenya de boni se kamma min ka bi nanso ye kamma min ga bi ye Ghana ha ne de mini a o man Ghana ahia se nyina enko na nim nyina e de wi ba be ka disi a so bia disika ba ko chene abaka so ko chi won so a ma se hu regina se nipa no friend say ye won chant no say badi na rainbow star na ko chi nipa no niya o maya so bi position na abadi wo so a ke se ono no on fa ho ne dia na se o pre na waba MPP free so na nsanya no te ko mbe kabo no kom ne aban wo ya kabo mu ne nyina o ma gene Ghana magana ko nanim da bi on be so me sa ba to de ke bia pe ne power pen ye pe ye nyino man no ho ejde bia o man ka chire edi ade angase bana ge atwam kura no Ghana da hwe bia ye kwan wo won ye di adversary sa na Ghana CCF de ba di se minya ye kwan ni nyina afri ye angase kata amanyo sem na ye no opposition e ka ne man ga abana wo so no wa faili
me da say obi we chiri ya chia asalajafo no emayin. Hello, good evening. Me pacho me te onke on pacho ehin na okasa free odi
papa net ma pa hoye ba kampa ko ba woman organizer you can come board we ba national chairman champon ono na MPP de neba opani be de yakọ kase ma nyina Ghana ma nyina asoja form 24 ne train crash ni pa mo ke ba ko kranka de bi yane opani boama papa no wa for brasie o buni pa no respect ni pa
SOMPA FM
go so ka che ne akwaya kwa che dollar ma grade ya
ben fan
e de yakọ ma Ghana ma nyina galamse no e di Ghana nya e si nyina kai hu bom e tu galamse ase na ye de politics na galamse fo en me se no kwa na djuma e wo Ghana na ye nya to bro no wa wu so ye hwe ayire ne makama Mom mi ento bro no wa wu na galamse mu di so
me da se pass by baby fakola. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Me pacho wana menene kasai.
Pacho
Isaac Kaswa wada man pacho eti o.
Masa Ghana amambu na yempeni fo na ebu no. Masa eni mu aye yo. NDC ni MPP nyina no omu ye baako. Masa tenasi a ho de hwe afo ani to form na ye investigation na hwe.
We na ye tie SOMPA.
We ebusuani wa ha. We ebusuani wa ha eni ha we adam e wa ha. Enti no omu nyina suma no eye baako. Ombetena wa blame games. Mimi ti wo mesi mi mpe complain no. Media ne solve the problem. Don't complain, solve it. Unim sa de na enye nti wa ye campaign emi ye yi obi afiri ho a. Wo ba ye ja complain na solve problem no ma Ghana fo. Ghana adenti na eso obi da bontin wo Ghana. Adenti na eso obi nidi no da wo Ghana. Asase Yankopon de ache ye. Nimidie no ni ho nti no ye ba blame games. Ini entumi rewe maza be bia Ghana e ko mo mi ehwe ni ye o. Mo mi ehwe ni ye. Na ni mu ayen. Ye nya blame games. Ansire nyanse mfi Yankopon amfa mu o ma na.
ho betri e no ma bibri o ha masa e easy anka yan betumi aso bo ye de bro ni nyankopon ama ni nyansa nko no ma bibi ni nyansa nko yen nyina o ma nyansa ni bi ye nto wo school
me da say brother tia baby da say me for friend ni bi baby I brother do no I'll not pick up any call again. Tell me about me shada so drama nto abusia we no mato wuntimi didi na ho na na ye ya pacho adura wo hia aye time heba mesha ene beka wasam e dia bawo we do dey chere drugstore pharmacy shop bia dia won sa beka ba medical catch us phone abadwama nto a aye kama ebu adwuma gidi pa aye Techno Spark 40 series and phone no FE it is slimmer stronger sparks everywhere phone way eto nsuomu a obefa wa de screen no so eho odin e pinepo a obeje bi ato o abomrim na ni memory no so de esuye pa na odi twa picture kama bomoding pa na pay Techno Spark 40 series EB na kai bi say Medima for Herbal Center Dr. Time Daso hey Dr. Time Daso ya de no de fa ha no ate de te e de abaw dem pato utime kana o yare biar bomoding na ko Pukwasi Maira Kasope Dr. Time Daso anase Medima for Herbal Center one more ever kawasamama from 0244 774-282. Again, read them on 0500 727215. Nakai Busa Electroland Ghana Limited. Yes, I want to acquire. Yeah, electronics. I buy food, baby. TV, I buy food. Air condition, I buy food. Washing machine. Oh, Omunia man, what the form? And you could come here, wait, too. That's a Kai Busa. Hi, Electroland Ghana Limited for gadget a cherry and say nimpono uko tona chimato biba hwa o de kwa o be no mase sama o mpe we na pedeng bowra wa to adea near about 15% discount you me cha kwan e wo Techman bia e wo main commercial station and again it's a wo commercial Castle Junction Tech Junction obo hu mo on crying one more dental barrier down Toman roundabout industrial area BN Malcolm Plus they didn't share anymore they have offices are everywhere in the country. Call them on 0245 949495 and yards, toothpaste and yards toothbrush. Hey, I don't know how to how to choose how to yeah. Enum yehwam. Wo fie na de choose how to yeah. We would choose yeah. Brush na ewura bebia. Na toothpaste no so e ma obun from mint ewo mu. Enti nkura na kra pe. Hey, I'm gonna do nada. Na toothpaste na asana want to yaz. I gonna to dey mean you. I don't make the choose say na me bo from me. But yat na dey kama pa bomodi na pe bi ma wabusuafo. Na wa won kran ha. Mo pe bie tu aton a. 050 161 9588 Kumasi for and 050 1390 when you make one ne almost so aserema for God and country ye de ebre wo but ne Ghana yanti asamo de yeah sorry so amayako na minim say SOMPA 106.5 FM for God and country ye koso amabusuafo nyina yako asam na esi ye no ade a eni eyenyan na ohwe a ye Facebook page wa Dr. Omanebuama, Minister for Defense, Alhaji Dr. Mutala Muhammad, Minister for Environment, Alhaji Muniru Muhammad, Onoye Deputy National Security Coordinator, Dr. Sabol Sapon, NDC Vice Chairman, Ra Abotchie, parliamentary candidate, former parliamentary candidate, Peter Anala, Onoye Squadron Leader, and Mani Chum Ampedu, ono na oye the flying officer, Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensa, one also a engineer. And to win Accra Dudua and there Ama Ghana for United charge. And tell Busha for where the moment sorry court because this one there is very hectic. Look at this young man, Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensa, Mani Chum Ampedu, the flying officer. And look at Abotchie. Charlie.
For God and country.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate. You don't even wish this kind of death for your
your
enemies.
Your enemies. No.
It's
You don't wish it. You don't wish it.
It's so sad.
Except for the Jumadi ni see her. Your friend me, Prof Abotchie. Yami adrumwa. Ochina. So or the chain year On said they make us out.